Good evening, everybody. How you doing? What's going on, Mr. Hester?
Hey, what's up, Ken Young?
Not much, man. Hey, we want to welcome everybody to the season finale, season 2 of Off the Record with the Kings. I'm your host, Kevin Young. My co-host, Mr. Adrian Hester. Y'all know who Mr. Hester is. He's a big-time promoter down in Louisiana. Only issue I got with Hester is, first thing he said, he talked about my race back over his head right there. I don't know what he think gonna be up there. He talking about, you want where you from, Louisiana? What you want, a tiger up there? No, sir.
Put some purple and gold up there, some black and gold for the Saints.
No, sir. But look, I want to welcome everybody, man. And I want to say this right here. Like I said, this is my second season of hosting Off the Record. And the premise of this podcast is to let you guys get an up close and personal relationship with some of these artists off the stage. I'm on YouTube now, so I think I've uploaded maybe about 35 or 40 videos up there. You guys probably don't remember. I mean, I got so many of them, so y'all go check out my YouTube page, KL Young Production. So y'all can just check out the videos and share the videos. But tonight, last week we did the Queens finale. We're gonna get the Kings on here, just to ask some questions. No malice intended. I mean, these are the Kings. According to my calculations, we had at least over 500. Over 500 years of experience on here between listening to music, making music, producing music, promoting music. There's a lot of experience, man, on here. So y'all share the live. And make sure if you have any questions, put your questions in the comment section down there. And the question gonna go pretty fast, so I get to them. So, Mr. Hester, you got anything to say? Because I see Roy Chip on there. What's up, Roy? Can you hear me? Ray, can you wave your hand if you can hear me? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You got anything, Mr. Hester, before they come on, man? Because like I said, they slow coming on here.
Well, only thing I like to say is, Kevin Young, you're doing a fantastic job of being a spokesperson for Southern Soul, giving your flowers now live. I tell you all the time, you're doing more for Southern Soul than a lot of these people talking about. They advocating Southern Soul. Your podcast is nationwide. Continue doing what you're doing and stay positive. Southern Soul needs someone to be able to speak for them that don't have any malice or don't have any I guess prejudice towards anyone. You speak what's on your mind, you speak the truth, you speak facts, and you stay within those facts. And you ask everybody for the 2 seasons, all the questions on your podcast, you present it to everybody. You treat everybody the same. So you continue doing what you're doing and represent Southern Soul like you are. And my hat's off to you, my brother.
I appreciate it, man. You know how it is. Hester's a military man too. He said, what you did, 26 years?
24 years.
24 years, man. So, we say no task too difficult. And the thing is, man, what people fail to realize is this. I want to mention this tonight. Kaleem's getting ready to get a Southern Soul / R&B station here. They're getting ready to get a station, not just on the weekend. I'm talking about 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And yours truly is going to be the person that's going to screen all the Southern Soul music, and I'm going to actually come up with the playlist that's going to go on that radio station. So, and that ain't just by look, Nathaniel Kimble talking about invite him in. That ain't just by happenstance. The owner of the station, like I said, characters matters. He's been watching my podcast for a while, and he said he was just amused with how I handle myself. I just tell the truth. I don't get out of character. I don't have to get on here and curse and say crazy stuff. Hey, I ask the questions. If the questions lead to other areas, then that's what we're going to talk about. If not, we're going to move on to the next thing. So hold on for 1 second. Let me. I guess I got to send him another link again. Hold on for 1 second. While y'all waiting, I'm gonna let y'all listen to. Let me see who I want them to listen to. And that's Mose Stovall. While y'all waiting, I'm gonna let y'all listen to the Queens, one of the Queens. Hold on.
Hey, Miss Travis, I'm gonna tell you this now. Miss Travis, baby. I'm gonna tell you this. Now you've been looking good this past good year now. I'm a young man. You've been doing your thing now. You done lost that little weight. And then got
and what are you saying, baby live?
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm just saying, Miss Travis. You got me sweating.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a secret. The purpose for all of that is because I'm tired of being alone now, so I'm out looking.
But
I'm not looking for any young bucks. I don't do that.
Somebody.
What you mean? Hold up.
Somebody.
Hold up. What you mean, young buck? What he got to be 35 and over? 25 and up? He got to be 25 and up?
Wait a minute. Didn't I tell you how old my son was?
Okay.
I don't do babies.
Okay. So he got to be 45 and up.
He's got to be 55 and up. I can take him 10 years to live.
Live, you out of there, buddy.
Lord, what he gonna do with a 55? Die?
Hey, that was one of the episodes, man, with live crazy stuff. But look, I guess I don't know what it is, man. They have it difficult. I got Mose on. I'm gonna bring Roy Chip and Mose on here. We're gonna get started.
What's going on?
What's going on, gentlemen?
Good, man. Blessed, man.
Man, hey, I appreciate you coming on, man. I appreciate you coming on. Hold on, Nathaniel Kimble on here.
Anytime,
there you go. What's up, man?
What it do, man?
Man, look, I wanted to say I appreciate you coming on, brother. I appreciate y'all. Oh, man, look at this dude right here, man. Look at this dude right here, man. This dude brought a cup. But look, you know, I know time is valuable, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. Like I was saying earlier in my spiel, you know, between all y'all just coming on here, man, it's like a wealth of knowledge. Over 500 years of experience between producing, writing, listening to music, promoting music. It's just a lot going on, man. And I want to say this too. You know, I got a lot of text messages saying, "Why not me? Why not me?" You know, it's always method to my madness. You know, I pick you guys for a reason. You know, and not to slight nobody else, because it's not no award content. You don't get no award. But I've been following y'all, man. I like y'all music, man, and I like the way y'all carry yourselves. So, and no slight against nobody else. But y'all doing pretty good today, man.
Yeah, I'm blessed, man. I'm good. How you doing, man?
Blessed to be
I'm
here.
chilling. Hey, I got a text message from a lady. Roy Chip said that you were her somebody's nephew. Some lady, man. She texted me. She said she's gonna chime in tonight.
I'm everybody's nephew, cousin.
Yeah, she said
I'm everybody's nephew, cousin, and brother. You know how we be.
Yeah. She said used to. I think you actually some kin to her or something. She was telling.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, I
Yeah.
don't know. I got a lot of fam out there.
She said, "I never seen a concert. Actually, Roy is my stepson's first cousin." That's what she said. So, yeah.
It's all fam. It's all fam to me, baby. It's all fam to me.
Yeah. Mose, how the radio going with you, man?
Going well, man. Everything good, man. Sounding good, doing good, man. The radio.
Okay, like I said earlier, man. I don't know if you heard me. You know, Colleen's getting ready to get a R&B / Southern Soul radio station. And
that's great, man.
And it's gonna be 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and I'm in charge of the Southern Soul part. So only the best music gonna get played. Y'all already know only the best music gonna get played. All of those nonsense, they can forget it. They can forget it. And matter of fact, I'm gonna show you the playlist whenever I develop the playlist. I'm gonna show you what music is gonna be played. You know, because I think this is my personal opinion. Like me and Hester, we talk all the time. You know, Southern Soul needs to be bigger than what it is. And the only way you can get it there is, you know, to play good music. You know, this gimmicky stuff. No, man. You know, it's the days are over for that gimmicky stuff. You know what I'm saying? Good music needs to be played. Y'all need to be heard. So
you're right.
And so whether y'all know it or not, man, I got so many text messages. There go Vick. There go Vick Allen. What's up, Vick?
Hey, what's happening? I couldn't remember my password, man.
Hey, look, anybody else in the military? Have y'all served in the military? Any one of y'all?
I have.
No, I haven't.
Y'all didn't? So look, you know, me and Hester did we did a practice run. You know, we had to do a practice run before we came on. That's what we do. We do a practice. I think Stacey Adams on here too. I don't know what the hell is that. But look, we did a practice run to make sure we good to go. So I'm still waiting on Big Robb. He just texted me. I don't know. He's having difficulties. Man. I don't understand. But look, we're gonna go and get started. So the first question I'm gonna ask y'all is this. Okay, there you go. Hey, what you at? Stacey, can you hear me? Stacey Adams. No, he gotta get it right. Look, the first question I'm gonna ask y'all is this right here, man. I'm gonna put the questions up here because, like I said, there's so many of y'all on here. This is my opening question right here. Did the pandemic change Southern Soul in y'all opinion? Go ahead, Roy. I want you to go first, and then y'all piggyback off that. Did the pandemic change Southern Soul in y'all opinion?
We had a good momentum going. I mean, the momentum still going, but we had a good momentum going. Doing a lot of concerts and everything. But I mean,
That's a pandemic did for everybody, man. It gave everybody a time to sit down and really tune in on their hustle and what they should be doing. You know what I'm saying? And learning how to really just come closer and to their fans. You know what I'm saying? Doing the one-on-one live thing, just like we're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was an advantage for a lot of people, man, to kind of just hone in on their craft. You know what I'm saying? To get a little stronger. But like I said, we did lose some momentum on the shows and the concert because it was popping, man. It was popping everywhere. But guess what? We back at it again. So I mean, I thank God of that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, go ahead, Vic.
I think the pandemic actually helped Southern Soul in a way, and that way is once things we stayed shut down for so long, and once things opened back up, a lot of the R&B artists were still at home, and we were like the only people doing shows. Think about it for a second. And we were doing shows, and people were ready to get outside. We were doing most of our outside shows with our trail rides and all of that. And I think people were so anxious to get out to where it actually expanded our reach, because for a minute there, when things first opened up, all of the shows were selling out. People were just coming from everywhere because they were so ready to get outside. So I think in that way, in that regard, it actually helped.
Go ahead, Mose.
I'll piggyback off what Vic said. I think it helped because people sat at home and were able to get more acquainted with different artists that they really probably didn't know or didn't know a lot about. And they were able to really watch. They were able to hone in and see who was actually doing this stuff. I think the pandemic changed the world as a whole. Things shut down early. Things, might get canceled because, you got cases popping up, stuff like that. But as a whole, I think it helped us because it was able to, let people hone in on who we are and what Southern Soul is.
Well, Mr. Kimble?
Yeah, it worked both ways for me, bro. I mean, it hurt me and it helped too because I got money from the government. Then again, I had pandemic. I mean, I had the COVID. I stayed down for a month and a half, almost 2 months, man. I was in ICU for a week before they moved me to a room. It broke me down real bad. So I thought I wasn't gonna make it, man. I was just broke down. So it is what it is. I mean, I took it both ways, with the good and the bad. So it hurt my health, but the money wise, I kept the money rolling. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I know. I caught COVID myself, man. Yeah, I was down, bro. I mean, I was in the hospital for 2 days. Actually, they wanted me to stay 3. I was like, no, I'm good. But I was in the hospital for 2 days, man, because it really hit me bad. I don't know where the hell I caught it from, but it was from one of them concerts I went to, and we was driving back, man, and it hit me. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, I don't play around with that stuff now. I kind of limit myself to where I go and everything now, because it says coming back now with this monkeypox and stuff. Are y'all prepared for that, for another shutdown? I know y'all been saving y'all money, right?
I mean, you save your money, but how do you prepare for another pandemic? It's crazy.
Well, I don't want to see another one of those, man. I don't want to go back to that again.
Yeah. But you know what though? But I say this right here, and this is my opinion. I think it opened the floodgates for everybody to come over here and think they can sing Southern Soul. So you gotta take the good with the bad. Now it all it did was it allowed y'all to fine tune what y'all was doing, but it also allowed these other folks to think they can actually come over here and sing in Southern Soul. Now, am I wrong for that? Or were y'all thinking the same thing?
Yeah, but you gotta remember one thing: cream always rises to the top.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
them cats
that
were making
did
music
happen.
anyway. Yeah, they were making music anyway. They were jumping in the way of us real artists anyway, man. I say that with no pun intended, but you got all these cats on here with me right now. We make real music. We make real songs. We doing this for real. Yeah. And I think a lot of artists are in the way of what we doing, So, them cats was making music anyway, man. The floodgate.
That leads me to my next question.
You ain't got OB's answer yet.
Go ahead. Who?
OB.
OB ain't on here yet. I got Big Robb on here now.
Okay, Big Robb. Okay.
I'm waiting on OB, but I want to get y'all answer. Y'all want to answer that? Y'all want me to go to the next question?
Let's go.
Okay. Hey, Big Robb, what's going on, man?
Gentlemen, what's cracking? What's happening? Here's to all you good-looking fellas.
Big Robb.
Hey, Big Robb.
Love y'all.
Big Robb, man? Big Robb, let me ask you this question right quick. Did the pandemic affect Southern Soul, in your opinion?
Is your skin black? What do you mean? Pandemic? You said did a worldwide event?
I'm talking about the music.
Genre of music?
Yeah. How so?
Of course. Why wouldn't it?
How so?
It affects us even more because we closer to the poor folks than anybody.
You said, yeah. He said, because you're close to the poor folks, huh?
Well, I mean, Southern soul historically and soul blues, I mean, that's the poor man's music, right? I mean, lately we see cats pulling up in Lamborghinis and Maseratis. Mm-hmm. But most folks listen to us, they drive cars with 3 flat tires and a Maypop on it. They ride in the back of pickup trucks. That's why we love them and they love us. We cook bologna and scrambled eggs in the same skillet. So of course, we couldn't go to work.
Yeah. So let me ask y'all this right here. I'm gonna put the question there. They won't have to keep repeating the question. I said, now y'all are professional artists, man. I can say y'all professional, but is it wrong or unprofessional to critique each other's music? And should constructive criticism be used as a tool to mentor other artists, or do you just mollify and maintain good relationships or stay silent? Anybody?
It just depends, man. It depends, on who you're dealing with. Some of us know each other, and some of us just know of each other. So depending on who you think, who you are, who you can go to with that stuff, man. I feel like we all got a lane to stay in, and if you in your lane, just do your thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rob.
I feel the same
as a
way,
producer, man. As a producer, and just a person that always studied music. I know what's off key, and I know what's on key.
Yes, sir.
I know what's right. I know what's and what's wrong. But I'm not the genius in to say this is gonna hit and that gonna hit, because in Southern Soul, man, it'll be some mysteries out there. You never know what the hell gonna hit. Some people got a blessing on them. They got a blessing on them that only God can have on them. You understand? Because if you would have asked me, I would have been like, man, that ain't gonna hit. But I mean, that's not up to me. It's up to the people. So you just never know, man. But I mean, coming from real professionals that's been in the music for a long time, cats like that's been in the game, like Robb and just all your guys, man. I mean, y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We know what real talent is. Southern Soul is supposed to be a form of blues, and blues you're supposed to know how to sing your ass up. You understand? Right. That's period. You know what I'm saying? So it starts there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Go ahead, Rob.
Ask me the question again.
It's on the screen. You see it?
Man, I can't see nothing, man. I just came from the fishing lake.
I said, is it wrong or unprofessional for you artists to critique each other's music, and should constructive criticism be used as a tool to mentor other artists, or do you just mollify it just to maintain good relations, or just stay silent? You don't say anything.
I think I kind of agree with what Chip said. And first of all, I'm just a student of music, and I'm just a music lover.
Yeah.
So before I became a recording artist, before I became a DJ, I was just a guy who loved music, who went to the record store. You know what I mean? And so with that, we all have our personal picks. At the same time, the word he used, mystery, I mean, it's I agree with that, because there's sometimes you can hear something that I would not do, right? I may not do, or cats hear me do stuff that they would never do, but then we look around and everybody loves it. You follow what I'm saying? So, and as far as talking to the artists who made it, I mean, it's just a matter of opinion. Some people like baked chicken, some people like fried chicken, some people like grilled chicken. If your name is O.B. Buchana, you might just eat the chicken raw. You know what I'm saying? Country boy style. So I mean, so a man to tell another man how he should dress, that gets a little weird, because I mean, we all are men out here, right? We're men, and each man has his own flavor. And then spiritually, how can you walk up to another man and tell him what's not going to work? You didn't give that man his life. God gave him his life. You didn't give him his talent. So critiquing his talent, just a gray area. But ultimately, if a cat is eating and he's able to support his family and he's able to bless his team of people with his music, then that means that it's working, right? And if it's working, hey, man, it's working.
I agree totally. I agree with that totally, man. If there are so many different flavors, and if you got a fan base, people like your music, whether I like it or not, that don't even matter. I think if the people like what you're doing, you got a fan base, that's all that matters. And I can't criticize it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody on this panel got a different style of music. Everybody's got a different style, so the whole genre is open for it. I just don't think it makes sense to criticize anybody's music.
Well, would you agree or disagree that there's a distinct difference between criticism and critique?
Yeah, but it's the same. It's in the same vein, though. I mean, if I'm gonna critique it, how can I critique it and you got a fan base that loves it?
But critique can be good or bad, though. You agree?
Yeah.
Because all critiques don't have to be bad.
That's true.
But I think we as black people, we don't want nobody to tell us nothing. We don't.
I disagree with that.
Okay. Explain that.
Yeah, what you say? What you mean we don't nobody tells nothing?
You don't, because no.
Let me say this.
Okay, listen to this right here. I'm just saying most of our folks, most of black people, and we all black, don't accept constructive criticism well. We don't want to hear it.
Once again, I disagree.
Okay.
In my neighborhood where I came up, in the time I came up, there was Mr. Larry, Mr. Leroy, Mr. Steve.
Yeah, we all had them.
Some of them might have been tipsy, but they were able to tell us how to cross the street. They were able to tell us how to pull up our pants. There was Deacon Joe who said, "Hey, don't do this, don't do that."
Yeah.
So
that was in the 70s. That was in the 70s. That was in the 70s when we had when it was okay for you to come over here and tell on so and so. It was okay then in the 70s and 80s.
Well, who said it ain't okay now? Why you believe that? Who said it ain't okay? So if your grandbaby start running through your house right now, you gonna tell them?
No, that's different. We're talking about something. We're talking about apples and oranges. I'm talking about constructive criticism coming from somebody else other than your family.
We all are musicians, so we all can think back in our beginning stages.
Yeah.
Where there was somebody's
echoing.
Showed us the difference between flats and sharps.
Somebody's
we all
echoing.
Entertainers, so there's somebody who showed us the difference between how to hold a microphone and how not to.
Do somebody have on two devices over there? Because echoing.
I got earpiece in, so I don't know what that is.
I ain't got no earpiece in at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, echoing real bad. Go ahead, Rob.
But I'm just saying that that criticism is a part of it, but it's all in how you do that. It's kind of like,
of course,
it's kind of like the old man at the barbershop. When you're 15 or 16, you say, "Man, I'm gonna go down here and I'm going to do such and such and such." He say, "Man, slow down, youngster." You know what I mean? There's a way that you can bring that. Now, I do understand that in this day and age, we have to be a little bit more careful as we bring it, because we're now dealing with generations of people, generations of young folks who didn't necessarily have nobody who's ever stopped and talked to them. But once you take the chance to stop and talk to them 99% of the time, what I find is that they're frustrated because they know that the OGs know.
Yeah,
they know that we know some stuff, and they trying to figure out how they can come at us sometimes to get us to tell them some things. Yeah. Right. So, but I mean, but just the general thing of the music. Who am I to walk up to Vick and say, "Hey, man, don't do this, don't do that"? Well, I'm not. I think there's a way to go about doing it, and we all know a way to do that. Yeah, of course. Go ahead, Nathaniel.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't try to get into criticism and stuff like that, but I have some artists. Matter of fact, you had Hummingbird on there. He's a good friend of mine. He come to me and ask me what I think about his music. And Chris Ivy, I tell him, I say, "Bro, look, you ask me, I'm gonna tell you. I ain't the best in the world, but I gotta get ear for it. I think you got too much music in you. You got too much music in it. You take some of this out so the people can hear what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? When you let's say, example, I got a song right now. I can have too much bass in it, too much drums or something like that. I mean, they bring it to me and let me listen to it. I said, "Man, just take this out and listen. Bring it back and let me listen." I said, "Now, can you hear yourself a lot better?" And I don't criticize nobody, because I know everybody, when you get in this business, you're trying to eat like everybody else. This is a hard business. So I don't criticize nobody. I just give you my opinion. I move on. I don't have time for that. You got Hummingbird and Chris Ivy, they bring it to me. I don't try to criticize nobody. It is what it is.
What I would me just my culture, I would want somebody to tell me if something I'm doing is not correct or completely correct.
I mean, I
don't mind that.
It make me better.
I don't mind that.
Make me work harder.
Yeah, I don't mind that, because I'm gonna give you some constructive criticism if it's in my eyesight, if I can help you. I think, to me, military, Hess is a military man. Constructive criticism saves lives. So that's just my mind. So I guess it depends on the culture. So let me ask you this question right here. Hey,
K Young.
Yeah.
K Young. We need to get this echo out of it. It's very
somebody's echoing.
We need, before we go into phone, get this echo out
I
of
think
here.
your mic up too high.
Mine's not. Let me see.
See, everything you say got an echo to it.
Some of it happened when the last set of people come in.
Yeah.
Is it me?
Yeah. My mic is turned all the way down. Yeah, turn y'all mics down a little bit if y'all can. Can y'all hear now?
I'm turning me down a little bit too. You sound like cleaner now.
Okay. Everybody turn their mic down?
Yeah, you clean now.
Okay. All right. Now will y'all finish on that topic? Because I want to go to another topic.
Okay.
We good on that? Okay. Let me ask y'all this question right here. Let's talk about professional development. Can each of y'all name a person or persons who has assisted y'all in furthering y'all career? And do y'all still rely on their expert opinion? Or do y'all offer the same service to new artists with potential? Go ahead, Roy. His sound went out.
You muted? Roy, you muted?
Oh, I muted my damn mic. Okay,
there you go.
Yeah, everybody I perform with, man. Everybody I've been in the studio with, you got to learn from the old school and everything that you do, man. If you don't do that, man, if you don't know where we came from, then you don't know where you're going. You understand me? So from learning how to perform, from learning how to do things in the studio, it's always been, someone, you know what I'm saying? And I still follow that because, I wanted to be a Luther. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be a Ralph Trev fan before my damn voice got too damn deep. But then I wanted to be a Luther. I was sure was kind of the best as a singer. So, but it was being an artist, a singer, performer. I always tried to find the best. The Luther, Babyface is my inspiration as the producer. Quincy Jones. I just was attracted to complete professionalism, and unique skills. So it was different people, man. Like I say, you in this business, you gotta know how to listen. You're gonna borrow a lot from a lot of people. Not even if you're thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? And create your own style with it, man. So you gotta learn, man. You gotta learn from the past because they did it right. It was talented. It was raw and talented. And if you don't want to learn from the past, and you crazy, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it,
Yep. Go ahead, Big Robb.
Is my mic back on now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. So yeah, man, of course, so many guys, man, first of all, God first, that's the biggest inspiration, the one who gives us our talent. Man, Mel Waiters is the guy who took me, I started out in the R&B funk world. So I come up, under Bootsy Collins and Roger Troutman and Midnight Star and The Deal and
that's you.
All them guys. So those are the guys who I saw hands-on doing it, and so with that. But then Mel Waiters is the one who single-handedly brought me over to the Southern Soul world. And ironically, man, I got a set of speakers that he gave me. And when them speakers get to bouncing about 2:30 in the morning, that mix is right. It's like he's still talking to me. And he's the one who really gave me the blueprint for Southern Soul. He said, man, all them pretty records, no. It was kind of like what Nate was talking about cutting stuff off in the mix, man. They don't need, get to the groove and don't put too much in it and keep it simple. And when you start trying to make all the pretty records, now you making something else. You ain't making it for them people in the juke joint. So yeah. And then I just try to pass that information on. I've been blessed to have the generations who come behind us, whether it's Tucker, whether it's Pokey, whether it's Jay Wan, whomever it is, because first of all, I got to give props to Chip, because when I first started out doing this, I was watching Chip one night, and I always tell Chip this story, in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And him and his brother, they had a band called Legit. It was them, and they was on the show with Jackie Neal. And they was wrecking the house, and I learned some things about entertaining. Even though I've been in Zap, been around the world, been on HBO, Soul Train, did all that stuff, got the platinum plaques. I learned some stuff about entertaining Southern soul folks and just down home folks in a different kind of way. With Vick, the same thing, because he showed me how to, by just watching him and watch how cats move, he showed me how you go from being in a great group like the Canton Spirituals, like I was in a great group called Zap featuring Roger, and then venturing off. So I'm quite sure before he left the Cantons, they were sleeping in the Marriott, and then when you come to Southern Soul, you at the Jameson Inn, or you arguing with a joke about, you better know Kevin Young or somebody in that city, because you might not have no hotel room. right? And it can be very, very crazy. So yeah, and I'm just trying to just tell the young cats who come behind us, man, that if you're dealing with a promoter who ain't got all the money, that's happened to somebody before. If the sound ain't good tonight, or you set the sound. One night where was we at, Chip? We was down there somewhere and with Robb Lloyd. Well, there just wasn't enough speakers to do what we need to do in the first place.
No.
Right? So if you get up there and the mic go out, man, welcome
Bastard
to the
somewhere over there. Way over there.
Bastard, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man. But and that's the big thing, I think, is just trying to share, making the young cats who come behind us know that they welcome. I think if they just find out that they're welcome and that we ain't really mad at them, they'll maybe some of them will take a little bit more gentler approach. We don't care if you take a gentler approach, but it would behoove you to take a gentler approach.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Mose?
Well, like Big Rob said, man, it's not a competition. It's all about everybody doing what they do. We all create, like say 2:30 in the morning, you wake up a song on your mind, ain't nobody there but you. So when you create this stuff, you relying on what God put in your spirit and what's already in you, man. Music is in all of us, man. I got a tattoo on my arm saying music is in your soul. So we all can learn something from each other, man, by watching each other, listening to each other. I was on the record label with Vick Allen and Omar Cunningham when I first came in, man. I had done millions of shows with Frankie Beverly, on the road with him, opening up for him and the OJs. So I was in that R&B world with some old cats and then singing with the Platters for 13, 14 years, really singing with the Platters. Not up there because it was my dad. I had to do my work or I wouldn't have been on that stage, So I had to really learn in a hurry. I was thrown to the dogs with some of this stuff. But being able to sing, man, the gift is in me, So I've taken criticism from guys that's heard some songs that I consider hits that I wrote that had a little criticism. And I know some of it was shade, but I didn't take offense to it. I just kept it moving, man, But I've learned something from all these cats on here, man. I really have. Me and Nathaniel had some good talks just 2 weeks ago when we did Lacey's birthday party. I let him hear some of the new stuff that I'm about to release. And he had his, he had some opinions about it. And I received that, man. So piggybacking off of each other and keeping it open for these younger folks, man. That's what it's all about.
Sounds good, man. It sounds good.
What you got to say?
I'm letting it ride. I'm just listening to him, man. I like that. Don't stop it.
No,
I see you next week anyway.
Yeah, you'll be at my birthday party next week, bro. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Did you answer that question?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I'll repeat it. I can't see the little writing you got up here.
Yeah. Can you name a person who has assisted you in furthering your career, and do you still rely on their expert opinion?
Nope, man. Well, I was just being honest. I've been a lot of cutthroat coming up when I first come out. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even want me in the business. I like shit back it up was so damn hot they couldn't stop it. That was my first record.
So who didn't want you in the building? The artists or what?
Artists.
The promoters?
Yeah. No, artists. Artists were hating on me. Some of the older guys that been. I ain't calling no names because I'm not gonna get into that one. I never do that. So I'm just leave that like it is. I mean, but God, you can't stop hot bullet. What God got for you, bro, you can't stop it. So it is what it is, So I just kept on moving, kept my mouth shut, trying to get my money. That's all I was doing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's one of the things me and Big Rob got in common. Mel Waiters paid for my first record. He gave me the money to go in the studio and pay for my first record. And of course, the two people that gave me advice was
you. Mel Waiters. That's you.
I don't. Is it me?
Yeah, that's you. I think that earpiece. When you got the earpiece in, the earpiece echo.
So take it out.
Yeah. I got Stacy and OB trying to get in.
Is that any better?
It's still echoing a little bit.
Might try to turn your volume down, Vick.
Yeah.
How about that?
You get better.
What's up, OB? Oh, he freezing up too. Man, hey, you didn't pay your Wi-Fi bill, man? OB. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You didn't pay your Wi-Fi bill, man? You frozen up.
Nah, my Wi-Fi, all my bill paid, buddy.
Okay, here we go. Go ahead, Vick.
It's still doing it though. I hear
Who
it.
echoing, man?
Man, somebody echoing.
You got two devices, turn one up.
Yeah, turn one of your mics off and turn your mic down, everybody, if y'all can.
Yeah, I'm already down.
Okay, you good. Say something, Vic.
Ted.
We straight now.
Okay.
Yeah, you better. A lot better.
That's better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. All right. Oh, shit, I lost everybody. Hold on.
We see you.
I can't see y'all. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
June.
You good?
Now, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Yeah, but the two people that gave me advice was Mel Waiters and Willie Clayton. And as you know, I still sometimes get a little advice from Willie. Of course, we know Mel has gone to soul heaven, and I miss him so much. But I will say this: a lot of the younger artists, some of them feel like they know enough to where they don't need our advice.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them feel that way, and they're not really open to ask or receive advice from us. And that's been my experience, at least. I can't speak for the other fellas, but that's been my experience.
Mm-hmm. So what do y'all do in that case? I mean, y'all are vets. Y'all are vets. There won't be no different than a private coming on and think he know more than me. Hell, I've been in the military for 20 years. You come in with 2 years, it's not set up that way for you to know more than me. So do y'all write them off, or y'all say, hey, young fella, young lady, let me talk to you for a second? What do you do, OB?
Man, you know, I'm this type of person, man. If I try to tell you something once and you don't want to hear what I got to say, then fuck it, I'm gone.
Hey, you can't do that, man. You like a big brother, big uncle, man.
I agree with it.
Man, I ain't finna kiss nobody booty, man, to try to make them listen to what I got to say. You understand me what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But so you're not concerned with their music or their stage presence? If they go
look, once I try to tell you what is what, and you don't want to listen, man, look, I ain't got time to be, look, I ain't got no kids out there, bro.
The thing about it, man.
Mose, you and Big Rob feel the same way?
No, man. I mean, if I give you some advice you don't want it, ain't nothing I can do about it, man. I'm like a duck. I let it roll off my back. I keep doing what I got to do. I got to stay creative myself. So
there you go, bro.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm hard-headed. I'm hard-headed when I come to that because I'm always trying to pay it forward. And so many of my Southern Soul brothers have told me, man, go somewhere and sit down and shut up, please. Right? Because you know, but I come up under so many cats, like I say, you know, Roger, Bootsy, all them guys who are superstars. And they poured so much into me. So I'm just trying to share. Because it just seemed like sometimes with the young cats, you say, hey, man, if you just put this, you remember that little game we was little kids they used to have? You put circle in a circle, a square in a square, a triangle in a triangle.
Yeah.
If you just do that, you know what I mean? If y'all just do that, man, it would just be a whole lot easier. But that's one part of my personality. Now, probably when I put these rhinestone glasses on, I'm worse than OB. It's like, you don't want to listen, you know what I mean? You know, and you just didn't listen. And then, you know, what happens is they get up the road and most of them come back and say, well, damn, Unc, I wish I would have listened to you. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. But I can say that all the guys that's in here tonight, we all, let me just say this, the guys that we came up behind, most of them wasn't that nice.
No, sir.
Right? Most of them really wasn't that nice. I'm talking about, you know, I mean, they wasn't telling us nothing.
You know, my thing was, man, when I came out there, I was with Johnny and Tyrone and them cats. And I'm gonna tell you something. If Tyrone didn't fuck with you, he wasn't gonna say nothing to you.
No.
Johnny was the same way.
Yeah. Absolutely. And but
you know, you weren't gonna just weren't gonna just walk up in their dressing room and think you just gonna walk up in there. It wasn't going like that.
No, Scrap Iron gonna be, he gonna handle it. Scrap Iron, each one of them guys had different characters that were with them, road managers, people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you talking about Little Milton had strap iron with him.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. But let me say this, because I've asked OB this a bunch of times. I've asked TK this. It's a different subject, but it's kind of the same thing. When we came up behind those guys, we looked at those guys like we were looking at superstars too.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
They were superstars.
We knew that we was not at their level.
Respect.
Right?
Not at all, man.
Respect.
Yeah. We and sometimes that goes a long way with the younger generation. It's not that anybody in here is all that, even though most of us in here is really all that. Let's keep it all the way 100 from real. But through the process of it, it's just all in how you interact, man. You know what I mean? It's all in how you interact. Because man, there's some stuff that I could listen to Chip's music, and there's stuff that Chip does. That man, I would just like to just go sit in the studio and just watch him do what he does. There's stuff that OB does on the stage. There's stuff that Vick does. There's stuff that Mose, like he made out there with the platters, man. When Mose got to talking about that, man, Mose, first thing I started thinking about was Rooster.
Right. Yeah,
and,
man.
You know, and all them folks. There's Nate, you know what I mean? Who me and Nate, we were just down in Greenwood, and the promoter didn't have it together.
Wow.
And the promoter put us in a situation where he tell me to go on stage, and he tell Nate to go on stage. And then we both trying to go to the stage at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they ain't got it together, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But the brotherhood and the respect that we have for each other.
Yeah.
They say,
But I was trying to jump your ass on Rob.
Huh?
I was trying to jump ahead of your ass. I was trying to get out the heat.
So let me ask y'all this question right here, and this is a serious question. Does talent cause conflict in Southern Soul? Does talent cause conflict?
I don't see why it should. I don't think it should.
No.
I said, does it?
Not to me, it don't.
Not to me either.
Not yet. Each man has his own gift that God has given.
When you got it, you got it. And it's what you hate.
What do you think, Roy?
I mean, if they don't give a damn how they sound, it's on them.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. And if it's working for them, don't ask me, because I'm ain't gonna, hey, let it keep working, baby. You know what I'm saying?
No, I said that because you guys are booked. I see y'all on shows, y'all are booked. And you know, my wife told me to stop saying that people can't sing, but I say some of the people who can't sing. Those are the ones who, in my opinion, that's always talking about the people who are on shows. I'm like, okay, they're on shows because they have a product that people want. You have a product. Promoters call you because you have a product. So how can you be upset when promoters not buying your product? So now it turns to, I call them misanthropic. So I don't call them haters, I call them misanthropic, because now you want to talk about this person, but this person has talent, you know. So shouldn't talent win all? Shouldn't talent be first and foremost?
It's not a singing contest, really, bro.
Right.
I mean,
Okay.
Right.
All right, explain that.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
everybody got their own way of doing their thing. Everybody got their own way of singing and performing. Everybody got their own stuff. So it is what it is about that, man. You know, you can't knock the next dude because he got a hit song. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you can't knock is the man's hustle and grind and the way he figured out how to make that record hit. You know what I'm saying? So just giving it up to the young brothers, you know, that George hitting the TikTok and all that. We didn't do it, you know what I'm saying? But they figured out, you know what? We're gonna go that route. And that worked. You got
but my thing was Roy, when we came out, wasn't no TikTok. Matter of fact, when I came out, wasn't no internet.
But we had what we had. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had what they had. So they ain't gonna keep getting better.
But here's the thing though, here's the difference.
Yeah.
When I came out, they didn't have internet, but at the same token, the radio station played our music 7 days a week.
Right.
Okay. Guess what? You showed up in all those cities.
That's right.
You showed up your hustle.
That's right.
So they can't knock your hustle. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Right.
Can't nobody knock your hustle. So it's not a singing contest. I know know many cats that sing better than me. You know what I'm saying? So, some on this platform right now. But it's about the hustle, and it's about just going forward with your vision and making people believe what you're doing, what you got. I gotta be real. I gotta be believable. You gotta show up, man. You gotta visit each and every city, man. These cats don't do promo no more. Everybody just want to get paid without working. No more promo, no working with the DJs, no relationship with the DJs. We understand that. We've been doing
that goes back to saying that you got to crawl before you walk.
Mm-hmm.
And most of these cats out here that's coming out now, they don't want to pay no dues, bro.
Yeah. So
I can remember myself. I can remember doing shows and didn't make nothing, just enough money to pay the band. You feel me? What I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But would you right now go in the area that you're not known and do a promo show right now at your level?
Well, I don't think it's the area I ain't known in.
Well, I'm just saying if in fact you ain't known everywhere now.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. If it's an area that I feel that I'm not known in, I'll go in there and do something.
That's what I'm talking about. So I'm waiting for you to come to Killeen.
I done been to Killeen.
You plug that shit nice. You about to get all of us.
Hell, I done been to Killeen.
Hey, Kevin, there's a song called Cutting Up. I called OB and asked him to get on the record with me, and he did a fantastic job. We got about 6 million views on the YouTube.
Yeah.
They know who OB Buchana is in Killeen.
Oh no, I'm just messing with him. But,
okay.
But let me ask y'all this question. Look, let me ask y'all this question, man, because y'all been in the business for a long time. I hear this all the time about the playing field not being level with the male and female, right? Okay, so y'all work with Betty Wright and Shirley Brown, right? Back in the day, y'all work with them, right?
Denise LaSalle.
I work with everybody. Denise LaSalle, Shirley Brown, Betty Wright. Dorothy Mose.
Yeah, but how were they treated versus how the women feel they treated now, in y'all opinion? Because y'all, I've never worked with none of them. I wasn't privy to working.
You know the difference in them and the women now.
What?
Most of the women now they're saying that they not getting put on shows. The difference is them women had hits, man.
Yeah.
There was some real singers and they had hits.
Them women had hit songs, bro.
Yeah.
It go back to what you said. They paid their dues too. Them women
damn right.
Ain't about how they look. It ain't about
So let's just go ahead and clear this up right now. I was hoping OB wasn't gonna say it, but since he said it, shit, I ain't scared to respond. Okay. Number one, Dorothy Moore has a song called Misty Blue.
Yes,
there
sir.
you go.
Okay. That song saved Malaco Records from going out of business.
Okay.
Mary J. Blige has recut that song. That song has sold millions of copies. Millions, right? Your wife knows that song, Kevin. Your sister-in-laws know that song. Every woman in Black America knows that song. Denise LaSalle has a song called Trapped that she wrote and produced herself, along with a whole, I could go down, she got 50 of them, right? She's the true queen of the blues. She sold millions of records.
That's right.
Jackson sold millions of records. Shirley Brown has a song called Woman to Woman, which
That's
everybody knows around the world. Okay? Now, so with that being said, the ladies, and I'm not hating on the ladies because I could also call out Johnny Taylor, Tyrone Davis, O.V. Wright, and Al Green. Ain't none of us in this room at they level.
There you go.
Okay? Now, but with that being said, when you talk about the queens, who's worthy if you ain't sold millions of records and come up with some stuff that's made millions and millions of dollars and has withstood the test of time for 40 years?
Timeless.
Tell me which one of the modern day queens, and I love all my sisters, which one of them is the new Denise LaSalle? That's my question, Kevin. In your mind, just being a military man, just hearing records, which one of them you think is going to be the next Denise LaSalle or the next Millie Jackson revolutionized the whole. She was cussing on records when cussing wasn't allowed. Right.
Well, I think Nelly has 2 hit songs.
We're not talking about the women that got hit songs out here.
Yeah.
We talking about the ones that sitting there talking about they not put on shows and this and that, and they don't have a record.
And they ain't got no hit songs. Period.
It ain't the ones that working. It ain't the ones that working and got hit songs that's talking, Kevin. It's the ones that ain't got a hit that's talking about fucking shows, bro.
Yeah.
But to get back on your point, Kevin, the question you was asking, right? I'll answer it this way. When we were in the room, I made a record with Miss Denise LaSalle called Blues and Barbecue. Okay? And she's one of, we call her auntie, and she's just one of the best who ever did it. Those ladies commanded respect because of all the hell that they had been through. Candy State, man, they all the stuff they've been through, Betty Wright, they commanded respect. And then those ladies also went to the studio and made their own records. I mean, they hired the musicians. They hummed the bass lines. A lot of them was musicians that played. When I went to Denise LaSalle's house, she had all her master tapes there. She was the producer on those records.
There you go.
Right? So the question is, instead of talking about, and when and was it equal? Yeah, of course. If as an up and coming artist on the show with Denise LaSalle, her dressing room was bigger than mine. What do you mean? Yeah, they got the ladies got respect, and as far as all of our generation, we don't dog the ladies. I don't know.
And I don't have nothing bad to say about the women, but now it's one woman that I'm not gonna leave out on here, man, that had plenty of hits, and I'm not saying that because me and her deal with each other, but I'm talking about Jackie Leah, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Legendary.
You know what I'm saying?
Jackie had some hits.
And Jackie still being here today, man. Just imagine that, right?
Man,
now if you want to talk about a queen, if Jackie were here today, that's who would be the queen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
She knew how to dress. She knew how to perform. She knew how to make them people feel her.
Right.
Right.
Like Chip said, she was believable. You believe everything that girl did.
But like I can say, Nelly Tiger, Lacey, Miss Jody,
Karen Wolf.
Karen Wolf.
Oh my goodness, come on, man. Karen used to sing background with Denise. That's her sister-in-law. I mean, we all been out here for a long time. And when we see each other, it's nothing but love. So I don't know. Maybe it's a thing that's going on between the ladies and the ladies.
Yeah.
But as far as the men, when they're on shows with us, we all have nothing but the utmost respect. I just did a post. I just put a picture up. It was me, Tucker, and Lacey. We all sitting around, joking and having fun. Matter of fact, we just left Carolina. Me and Lacey and Labrado and all us, we all had breakfast together. So our generation, we all have nothing but the utmost respect.
Man, we always have a good time when we around each other, man. The night that we cut the video cutting up, man.
Oh my God.
I mean, it was everybody in the hotel, all over together, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
And we had a good time, bro.
There was no arguments. There was no fist fights. The stuff that you didn't see in the videos when I first started making the video, OB was in the bed asleep. And I went to the hotel room and laid in the bed and was playing, come on, wake up, baby, wake up. And he rolled over like, man, I ought to strangle you, right? But it's always a family. Everybody that's in here, everybody that's in here, I like I say this, if there's one rumor I want to dispel, Kevin, I don't know who started the bullshit, but let me give it to you all the way real, because I am that dude. There's love amongst us, man. This whole thing ain't no love in Southern Soul.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know where that.
I think the one thing that we might not tell another artist how they sound, but if they acting the ass amongst the rest of professionals, we'll call that out. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because we don't need that shit around us like that.
Yeah.
Acting crazy. So, you know what I'm saying?
Have fun.
A lot of these young guys need to know how to sit in the room with the rest of these professionals. You know what I'm saying? And still feel good about holding your own. Without feeling threatened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let me ask y'all this question right here. Y'all been around for a long time. If any of the late greats were around right now, in y'all's opinion, would they be proud or disappointed in the direction of Southern Soul?
They'll be disappointed.
Okay, explain that.
Man, because for one thing, we not together, man. You got so many people that hating on one another and disliking one another and want to go on social media with a bunch of dumb shit, man. And it ain't worth it, man.
It's social media.
It might be the same.
Man. We the older cats, they only got to see people's reactions when they were out at the radio station, out at the shows. People can go online now and bring their phone with them and go live. You got people like that makes music that makes no sense, but they got fans. So this social media thing has really caused us to be separated, man. I made that song Family, piggybacking off Big Robb. I made that song so we could come together, man. If you in here and you jamming with me, you family. There's no separation when we get together. We all love each other, so we should be that way across the board, man. That's for everybody, man. I made that all my music. When I make songs, I make them with a purpose, man. I'm trying to get something over to people, man. I did that song, No Justice, No Peace. My heart was crying out because of all the stuff I was seeing between the police and black folk. So I was able to write that song. God give me the spirit where I can be discerned on a song. So when I put a song out, it's got to be positive, or I don't want nothing to do with it, man. So there's a message in the music, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. And it's internet stuff. Oh man, it's got us messed up, bro. Yeah. It's got us ruined, man.
So you all would agree that character and image matters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta.
You'll never catch Vick Allen on the show not dressed up. Big Robb on the show. OB on the show, getting paid. Anything. When you get paid, man, you supposed 80% of what you do is how you look, man.
It's called show business.
Yeah. Johnny Taylor and them was sharp as a tack, man, when they came out on stage, man.
Yeah. Hey Kevin, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do I look like Big Robb right now?
Yeah.
That answers your question. So what I mean. So yeah, no, come on, man. I mean, and the world we come from is that the people in the audience have paid their money. This is what I tell the guys in my band. And I did something with my guys in the band that, because God led me to do this. I took them to a show, a Charlie Wilson show. I parked in the parking lot. I parked the car in the parking lot, made them get out the car, walk the whole process. Go get out the car, park the car, get your tickets, go to wheel call, stand in line, wait in line to get checked in, then go sit in your seat. Because this is what people go through to see us. Yeah. People also say, hey man, Big Robb and Chip is coming to town, man. Them tickets is $84. So now they looking at their money, trying to figure out how they gonna make it right. For a man to take his old lady, it's a $300 or $400 event. Right, because he got to get his hair cut. She want a nice outfit. Got to get her hair done. They got to get a different yak. He got to get
a purse. Every damn thing.
Right, all that. Right.
You got to get the feet and the nails done.
So, do the people who sit in the audience to come and support us?
Yeah.
Don't they deserve the best?
Yes,
Don't
sir.
our fans deserve the best? Mm-hmm. So I think the bottom line is it's all in who you are. I know the guys that's in here. We want to give our fans the best.
Yeah.
You got me. We want to give our fans the best. And it always amazes me how OB can be standing talking to me and joking with me, and that joker walk in the room and come back out and his pants be crisp. You know what I mean? I'll be like, damn, man, I don't know what kind of luggage he got. But he's
left you with a fat smell.
He be crisp. You know,
hey, that's an old army trick. He sleep on him. He put him under the mattress and sleep on
him.
Hey
man, stop, man.
Whatever we do, we're going to make sure that we give the people the best of us that we can possibly give them. Yeah. Because that's that's just showing the love back to the people who support us. Yeah. So absolutely, just walking on stage any kind of way, looking any kind of way, doing any kind of show. Nah. The guys that we looked up to, Michael Jackson, Prince, Parliament Funkadelic, Earth, Wind and Fire, Commodores, they ain't do it like that.
Nah.
Because you know what I say? My wife catch me all the time. I did 22 years in the military, so I'm in Walmart. I see a soldier there walking around with his headgear. I'm gonna go say something to him. Hell, I served for 22 years. You need to remove your damn headgear. Pull your damn pants up, because that's a reflection of me, and I know y'all feel the same way when y'all go to concerts, see concerts. And I tell people all the time about this social media. My dad is a Vietnam veteran. He'll probably pop on his name, Eddie Young. Whenever you see him, he's on Facebook. He got a new phone, so he can get on Facebook now, whenever my mama let him. He watches my lives, right? So, I got respect for my dad because I got his last name. I would never get on her, and just be rampant and just going crazy. No, I'm gonna have an intellectual conversation with you because I'm not gonna embarrass him. And let me ask y'all this question: since y'all talking about the fans, right? Okay, janky promoters. You got a promoter on here, Mr. Hester. You got Mr. Hester on here. So, would y'all perform for y'all fans if you got your front end and you don't have your back end when you go to a show? If it's about the fans, would y'all perform?
It's not business.
I've done it before.
I'm gonna say this, Kevin.
Okay.
If I got the front end of my money and I ain't got the back end of my money,
yeah,
I'm gonna go on there and let them know that I'm here, but I ain't doing no thing.
But it ain't. But OB, it ain't their fault.
And I'm gonna tell them. And I'm gonna tell them that the promoter ain't got my money.
He ain't lying. I done seen him do it. I done seen him do it. He ain't lying. I done seen him do it.
Do everybody else feel the same way?
Well, that's a trick question that you asked, but it's got a real simple answer.
Yeah.
It depends. Customarily, no, but there are some situations that that are beyond our control. That yes, I would, but under most circumstances, no. I agree with B, and I was taught that that's a no. That's number one, and it is a no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But let me say, it does happen. It does happen. But there's some other things too. Let me say this: that you do to try to ensure that problem is not going to happen. Okay. Right? There's, there's some things that you can do along the way, but under most circumstances, no. I mean, if dude's just a raw dog and he just up there playing with the money, then no, I'm not. No, hell no. Why? You know what I'm saying? Why?
Yeah.
I'm the entertainer, not the promoter. If
yeah.
you want me to be the promoter,
I'm gonna tell you something, Kevin.
Yeah.
You can tell when your money gonna be messed up, but they want you to meet the whole family.
Hey, every artist tell me that. You know what, man? I can tell when this joke ain't got my money. I can tell.
They want to come to you, talk to you, like, come on, I want you to meet this. But man, look, I don't want to meet nobody. Give me my money.
Hey, B, and you can tell when they making money hand over fist too, because they get real quiet and stop talking.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, they get real
quiet
and stop talking.
So I
want to tell you something. Hey, one more thing to look for.
Hold on, wait a minute, Vick, get ready to tell us. Go ahead, Vick.
If they let the opening act sing an hour, you're in trouble.
I seen that.
Would you perform? Did they have your back in?
I would do a song or two and explain why. That's what I would do.
That's what I would do.
Right.
Okay.
Same here.
What would you do? Kimble?
Yeah,
I went on stage and did a half a song and cut it off and told them folks, that's all y'all gonna get because they ain't got my money.
You did right.
I did that now. I ain't lying to you.
Yeah.
I don't perform.
So y'all don't do IOU?
I won't leave my fans hanging. That's about
y'all don't do IOU?
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah. Kevin, do you do IOU?
It depends on the person.
You got jokes. See,
it depends on the person.
You can make me say some real silly stuff. How do you get what's an IOU for him? What is that?
I owe you later.
Oh, okay. No.
Well, look. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you do IOU?
It depends on who the person is.
You lying?
Yeah, I do. It depends on who the person is. So, first of all, if you're a poor character, no, there ain't gonna be no IOU. Now, if I let you borrow some money, and I know you're gonna pay me back, no, that's different. No, I'm like, no, you got poor character. I'm not giving you nothing because I don't have to knock you upside the head to get my money back. So I won't even let them borrow. But if you're a good character and you have morals and stuff, yeah, I'll let you borrow. I know you're gonna pay you back.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be proud to say it. There's two people in this business that I do IOU. And that's Dan Lee and Roscoe. Because I know for a fact I'm gonna get my money.
I second that emotion.
Okay. You do. Roy Chip, do you do IOU?
I'm gonna do a half a song. I'm gonna explain myself. I'm gonna do a half a song.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't the fans' fault, but I mean, we ain't gonna win them all. So I mean, we can try by doing good business. We have contracts is set up. We shouldn't leave sound check without our money. We should know the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But OB,
Yeah.
You ain't gonna have to do it. You'll never need an IOU with Daryl Lee and Roscoe.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if push came to a shove and I had to, I would.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You know what?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
No. I was going to say that there's some of us, we have relationships with some great folks out here. You know what I mean? Who have never mistreated us and taken advantage of us. Yeah. Even though and then we start, especially as you progress in the business, you start getting older, you start looking back saying, man, like he mentioned Daryl Lee and Roscoe, which are guys who mean the world to me as well. And Roscoe Miller is a guy who owns about 5 radio stations in Montgomery, Alabama. And Roscoe Miller has never, from day one, from my very first record to this day, he has never, ever held me hostage about a date. He has never, ever held me hostage about playing my music. If he wanted me to do a show and we couldn't necessarily agree on what was going on, he didn't say, well, I'm going to take your record off the playlist.
Nah, he didn't do that.
You know what I mean? You know, he's all, matter of fact, I have a Big Robb radio show. It's on his radio show, on his radio stations every Saturday night. Daryl Lee, the same thing. And you'll get a chance with a promoter when you develop a relationship that sometime they're going to win, sometime they're going
to lose. That's right.
The bottom line is, and let me say this, here's the thing that kind of pisses me off. A promoter bring me to town and then nobody shows up and he say it's all my fault. Then I said, well, was you standing? But then I asked him, was you standing in front of the Waffle House at 3 o'clock in the morning handing out flyers in the rain? He said no. I said, well, that's what I would have been doing. Right? like this whole thing of promoters saying, well, if the artists don't draw, like the artist ain't shit. That's some bullshit. Sometimes the promoter ain't doing his damn job.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes the promoter ain't out there grinding. Sometimes they putting too much money on Facebook and trying to do all them little posts, and they not out there in front of the high blood pressure place and the dialysis place and the chicken wing place where they know our fans is at.
Yeah.
You know,
hey, look, I got to get Hester in here. Hey, Hester, how you want to respond to that? You got a question?
No, I got a lot of questions. You ready for me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. First of all, gentlemen, how y'all doing? The only person really on the set that I really ever done business with was Nathaniel Kimble. What's up, Doc? And
hello, Mr. Hester. Good evening.
How you doing, Doc? And I really respect all of you all's work that you are doing in Southern Soul and have done. Vick Allen. You used to sing with the Ken Spirituals, right? Okay. How old were you when you
turn your volume
released your first album?
How old was I when I started?
When you released your first album.
My first solo album?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was in 2000. So that's been what, 22 years ago. I don't want to say how old I was.
But you were pretty young when you released your first album.
Yeah, I was.
You was, right? Okay. Big Robb and OB. You all got you talked about it earlier. The video y'all made, Cutting Up. That's one of the best videos in Southern Soul, and it really demonstrates the family of Southern Soul. I don't know who came up with that idea, the concept of it, but if anybody out there get a chance to go look at it, go on YouTube and look at Cutting Up with OB and Big Robb. You'll see just about everybody in Southern Soul on that video. Whose idea was that, Big Robb? You know,
Big Robb.
I'll be humble and let OB say it, but it was my idea. But I'm led by God, and let me say this: I have to give props to Pokey, because what happened was we made the record. I asked OB. Let me just say this: I've been an OB fan forever since I first started Southern Soul. And I always wanted to do a record with him. And then throughout the years, he would always remind me, like, man, when we gonna do something? When we gonna do something? And I was like, man. So once I wrote the song and came up with the song, it was just logical to make a video. Then we both were performing at Pokey's 50th birthday party.
Yeah.
So I just brought the camera crews there, and my man 662 Films, he just captured everybody, and Pokey was with it, Kenyatta was with it. Like I say, everybody was with it. And it was just one of them special things that happened, man. Like, all the glory goes to God. Like, but like OB said, when we sitting on the couch doing those parts, you see OB's wife, you see Miss Rita, you see Tucker, you see
Everybody.
Tiger, you see Yayo, because we were all at this party, right? We were all at this party, and the camera was just constantly rolling all night. And then, in the end, I just made sure we tried to give everybody credit, man.
Yeah,
But it was just a special moment. It was just one of them things that I don't think could ever be repeated again. I seen some other cats try to repeat it. It was just a special thing.
It never will be. I mean, I'm kind of like a historian of looking at stuff, okay? And that's probably one of the best representations of Southern Soul that we have out there. So my hat's off to you guys for that.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. And let me say this, Mr. Hester, I think that video is a true representation. Like, cut the rap. Like, we all black folks and we talk shit about each other, but in the day we all still rock and ride with most of us ride and rock with each other.
And that's why I mentioned it is a true representation of Southern Soul. There's males in the video, females in the video, family members, everything. I mean, it's a true representation.
Yes.
Roy Chip.
What's up, brother?
I got a chance to see you perform a couple of times. Describe to the fans out there that may have never heard you, that's in other parts of the world, what your music style is, because it's not just Southern Soul. It's more of a upbeat, up-tempo, R&B. It's a great show you put on. So can you describe to the fans what that show is all about?
Pretty much my style is I mean, of course, with blues, the Southern Soul, the topics of I've been stroking and just I lost my baby and I got my side piece and all that good stuff, right? I just felt that it was time to bring, I mean, and a lot of guys been doing it, but I kind of stick on what you're saying, like self-love, that type of thing, motivation, inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Because we in the era where a lot of people like to dance by them damn self, the line dances and all that stuff. So I just wanted to just bring that back, listening to a lot of Frankie Beverly and Maze and stuff like that. Just kind of talk about love in a smooth way, you know what I'm saying? And just inspirational stuff. And what I do is I take old school hip hop and mix it with that deep Southern soul melody. Because I feel like even to spread the genre even more, to grab these cats from the East Coast and the West Coast and all these other people, you know what I'm saying? We got to give them something, a little bit of what they used to mix with what we got. You know what I'm saying? So right. I'm putting that whole gumbo thing together because I'm a Louisiana boy. So pretty much that's what the whole style is, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of camouflaging it a little bit, but still got them deep, that simple, smooth Southern soul bass line, not too difficult, you know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what the style is, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a great style. You're one of the few artists I've seen that is able to stop in the middle of their show, not really stop, but integrate praise and worship in their show, and people are still jamming.
Yeah, man. Southern soul and gospel, especially the quartet music, that's hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always been. I mean, you can sing some of the same songs on Southern Soul you sing on the Williams Brothers. We hearing that right now.
Hey, we gonna get to that. That's gonna be a question in a few minutes.
Yeah, so
I got you back. We're gonna follow back up on that.
Yeah, just making people feel good, man. Especially at this time right now with the COVID, man. A lot of people need a lot of inspiration, man. That's all. Right. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it was perfect for me. I'm glad right before COVID, I was already doing that. So it even made my songs touch home more for a lot of people that needed that self motivation. You know?
Okay. Mose Stovall.
Stovall, yes, sir.
Stovall, how you doing, my brother?
Great, my brother. How are you?
Hey, you used to host a TV show in Birmingham. What was that, and what was it about?
Well, I still host it. It's the Stovall Show. It's a show where I interview artists and different people.
It's a TV show, right?
Yeah, it's a TV show.
Okay.
It's called the Mose Stovall Show. It comes on every Saturday night at 12:30 WTTO.
Okay. Is that local syndicated or national syndicated?
No, it's all over the state of Alabama.
Okay.
But you can watch it every Sunday on YouTube. Just type in the Mose Stovall Show.
Okay. Well, get a fan some information about it in case somebody want to pull up and check out what you're doing out there, Doc.
All you got to do is check me out on YouTube, any platform that's got music or anything. But that TV show, YouTube platform, Mose Stovall Show, just type that in the search thing, and I'm on episode number 57.
Okay. My man Nathaniel Kimble, what's up, bro? Nate. I can't hear him. You know, went to sleep on him.
He didn't pay his Wi-Fi bill.
No, look like he talking, but he
Nate, it's a mic, Nate.
His
he
Wi-Fi.
don't even know mic ain't even on.
Has to turn your mic down a little bit.
Or your speakers, your sound.
Yeah, turn your sound down a little bit.
Can't hear you saying nothing, Nate.
Go to the next question, man.
Yeah, we'll just skip his ass.
Yeah.
All right. I got a question. I want all you guys to kind of answer this for me, okay? If you copy someone else's work while you're in college or doing an essay or thesis or something, it's called plagiarism. And if you probably get expelled, get a failing grade. In the R&B music genre, if you copy somebody else's music, okay, you have you without their consent, you probably get sued. What's happening in Southern Soul when this happens? Because what I'm doing, I'm hearing a lot of gospel tracks, gospel music with different words put in it. But it's the same music. What do you all think about that?
A hit record is a hit record. Let me say this. I have probably one of the most controversial. I sit in the center of one of the most controversial cases that happened in the last 10 years, which is this gentleman who's gone on, and we love him, we miss him very much, by the name of Bernard Thomas, but everybody knows him as Bishop Bullwinkle. And Bishop Bullwinkle went to the studio, sampled one of my songs called Looking for a Country Girl. And he put the words hell no to the no on the top of it. And we didn't really get any paperwork. We didn't get any understanding. We kept trying to get some understanding. And eventually I had to sue Bishop Bullwinkle in federal court. And when I went to federal court, of course, I won the law case. And so, you know what I mean? And you know, and judgment was served. Neither him nor me have ever really got all the residuals that we deserve off of the work, but that was a way to try to start getting some understanding.
Right.
The first thing is you know, the clearance process of using somebody else's music. I think that some people just don't know what that is, and they're intimidated of how simple it is. And at the gist of it, the bottom line is just, if nothing else, just giving credit to where you got it from.
Right.
Now, in our music, it all comes from the soul, blues, the jazz. It all comes from Africa. All our music, I can take it all the way back to the motherland, right? That's where it all comes from. So when the Ozzy brothers was listening and writing good love songs, they were listening to symphonies, and that stuff is part of their music. When Parliament, they was listening to stuff. Then the next generation, Tupac and them was listening to Zapp and Roger. Now the kids listen to Tupac and them. So people listen to the Williams brothers. They listening to Robert Blair and the Violinaires. They listening to the Mighty Clouds of Joy. My biggest thing is just give credit to whom has inspired you. That's the big thing. Like, it's only so many chords, it's only so much melodies, it's only so many notes. But just give, you know what I mean? We can all musically go through all night long and say, well, this sound like that and that sound like this. Just give credit to the people that inspired you.
Okay.
I think that just goes a long way with it.
All right. Who's next?
Like Big Robb said, it ain't the 7 notes in music, man. You can write a song unintentionally. Your melody will be something you heard and you not even know it, man. It's stored in your brain. you start writing that melody, man, and don't even realize you're doing somebody else's melody, even though you're creating a new song. So you have to give credit, man. And like Rob said, it's easy to do. If you take somebody's sample and do it, all you gotta do is get permission. It's that simple. It's business. So people
And
need to
then,
learn business before they
then
start.
you said you hearing a lot of gospel in the soul music.
No,
But you
that's not
got
what I
down
said.
Hold on, what did you say?
What I said was I'm hearing a lot of gospel songs, not music, just gospel songs that have been recorded. The gospel songs that have been recorded, and artists are putting on their own music with it, with catchy phrases, and they're becoming hits. But those gospel tracks belong to somebody else. But there's always gospel music in all of our tracks. But I'm just saying they're taking somebody else's whole tracks and putting catchy words with it and becoming hits.
Well, people been doing that since the test of time. Cause you got to look at, you look at the gospel song that they had pouring water on the drowning man. Where do you think they got that from? The gospel group got that from the blues song pouring water on the drowning man. Right or wrong?
You're right. I mean, let's keep it real.
Let's just keep it real, because the thing is, you got to look at this. You got gospel groups that are hear some of our group that they like, and they'll put it into gospel.
But OB, notice what I said earlier. Okay, what I'm saying is that it happens, right? But they're like Big Robb was saying, there's a process to using someone else's music, and that's getting permission. Because if you make money off of that, music, okay, and it wasn't your original music, okay, no matter how you put up words you put with it, you're subject to lawsuits if you make a lot of money off of it, and you get tied up in court.
The first thing you got to handle business right. You understand me? What I'm saying? If Big Robb got a song that some music or something that I like or whatever, I'm gonna go to him and try to get the mechanical license where I can record the song. You understand? I'm not finna just sit there and record and think I can just take this man's song and do what I want to do with it.
Now you're back on track. What I'm saying. What do you think about that kind of stuff that is done? If those processes are not being done, that's wrong.
I agree with that.
It's a lot of it. Well, I said it's a lot of it being done. I don't know if it's mechanical parts of it been done or not. But somebody, established artist explained to me one day. I was questioning this here for a few years, and he said, well, the reason they don't people to R&B and don't come out to Southern Soul singers because by the time you get lawyers and lawsuits, there's not enough money to really worry about it. That's being made off of it. That's really
that can be believable. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So in other words, what I'm saying is, in Southern Soul, you get away with it a little bit more than you would if you was on the R&B side of getting somebody else's music, because the money made off of those songs and on the R&B side is much greater than it is on the Southern Soul side.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
Yeah, right. That's all. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying the thought process of when this happened. If anybody should know a lot about this, most of all y'all come from gospel roots. What do you think about it, Vick?
Yeah, I agree with that. If like what OB said, if
hey, hold on, pause for 1 second, Vick. Hey, I'm muting y'all mics. If you're not talking, I'm muting your mic so I can drown out that sound. If y'all notice, so whenever you're talking, I'll mute you back in. Okay, go ahead, Vick. I'm sorry.
No, like he was just saying, a lot of times the revenue isn't enough for once you get lawyers involved and you start going to court. I think it's so many different songs that sound alike, and I can't sit here and say that everybody does that on purpose. I think it just happens sometimes. You may have a groove in your head or a melody, and it just happens to mirror on what somebody else has out already. Now, there's some people who do it purposely, but it's just so hard to distinguish what's done on purpose and what's just happened to happen, just because that's what they had in their head and that's the idea they had. So if it's not blatantly a copy, just completely exactly the same, then I think it's just part of just being creative. You know.
Let me piggyback off that. So what about you know, you can name anything in the world. So what about these people that got the same title to their songs? I'm like, damn, you know, you got the same title. You mean tell me you couldn't come up with nothing else? You come up with the same title somebody else got? I mean, I haven't seen that in R&B. You know, I haven't seen that where somebody got the same title. 2 or 3 people got the same titles of a song. How do y'all are artists? See, it pisses me off because I'm a promoter. So I know it pisses y'all off if you come up with a title and then somebody that's come up with the same damn title a month before. You be like, come on, bro. You can't be original at all. Come up with your own shit. I mean, how y'all feel about that?
Well, let me say this.
Okay.
You know, the Jacksons got a song called I'm a Jackson 5 fanatic, and the Jacksons got a song called Heartbreak Hotel.
We already know you're a Jackson 5 fanatic.
Absolutely. Greatest group in the world, baby. Get you some. You know what I mean? But look here. So they got a song called Heartbreak Hotel.
Okay.
Elvis Presley has a song called Heartbreak Hotel.
Yep.
2 totally different songs, right?
Yep.
And so, because I kept wondering throughout the years why, when I look on the back of the Jacksons album, it would say Heartbreak Hotel, then it would say in parentheses, This Place Hotel.
Yeah.
But that's because when they were trying to track the songs, they needed to just differentiate between which one was Elvis, which one was the Jacksons, right? So if you go through history, there's lots of songs. There's lots of groups that's got the same song titles, but totally different songs. You know what I mean? Like there's a group called Pure Gold who I just remade their song. They got a song called I Miss You. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes got a song called I Miss You, right? But the biggest thing I would say is just learning the process. If we as artists learn the process, because I've remade a whole lot of cat songs. You know what I mean? I remade Let's Straighten It Out by Lattimore. I remade Sugar Shack by Nelson Curry and the Class Band. Yeah. Right? I did with Carl Marshall, Good Lovin' to Make You Cry. I remade If Loving You Is Wrong. But there's a process to going through that. And the biggest thing is just remember this. Let me say this, that everybody that's in here, you was using the word earlier, professional. Yeah. We all sit on a platform of being professionals and doing correct business. Yeah. Right. And this is the music business. So whether it's the promoter, Mr. Hester, who invests $20,000, he didn't invest that $20,000 because he think I wear good hats and chicks gonna like me because I'm fat. He invested $20,000 because he wants to see it grow to 50 or to 75. It's a business.
Hold up. You said chicks like you because you fat.
Absolutely, the best looking fat. But you can ask Mrs. Young. She'll tell you your sister.
Whatever. Okay, well check this out. Let me ask Roy Chip. Roy Chip, how you feel about that?
Cats know when they stealing, man. I mean, I'm a producer. And I got cats say, I want a song like Big Robb. I want to be like. I want to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like they really want something like that, and they go after that sound. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even if you happen to not blatantly just go after that sound, when you wake up singing somebody else's medley, and you will go to the studio and you do the whole damn song, and somebody say, "Man, that's Big Robb's song, man." You got to understand that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The good melody is gonna stay in you, man. So you gotta, man. I'm in Louisiana and it's crazy because in the Zydeco business, y'all know Zydeco. Yeah, they sing everybody's song all over the track. Oh yeah, from R. Kelly to every other line is somebody else's lyric, dog. Yeah. Yep. So and they notorious for it, and they don't have to pay each other. Yeah, it's crazy, but I mean, in the Southern Soul world, man, we got to be mindful because the styles. I mean, Rob, what you were saying, Elvis, and the other artists, but that's 2 different genres. When you in the same genre, and you naming it, and you just stealing like that, that's not cool, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. I mean, you got some cats. I'm serious, man. I'm just like the one thing though, we know who the copycats are. We know who the real, you know what I'm saying, that original artist is. And salute to all those original artists that came out with they significant sound that people want to copy of. You know what I mean? You're doing something right. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to check them sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But they're gonna borrow, man. I don't trip. I mean, cool. You want to sound like cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
You know that make you feel good, man. When you hear something that make you know that person want to be like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not mad. Shoot, man, I done been to clubs and seen a band. You know, one of my biggest, you know, gratifying moments is going to to see a live band and they singing my songs. They singing my song like I got, you know. That's that humbled me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that make you feel good.
But see, it's a distinct difference that they singing your song or they made your song. You know, they made a song like your song. See, yeah, I know it's humbling for you guys to walk in a place like Big Robb, like, damn, they jamming my song. You know, it will be for me too if I got a song and I walk in the club and somebody's singing it. But for a radio to distribute a song that I know that's my song, I'll be like, come on, bro.
Yeah, but when it comes to
somebody else making money off your music.
Yeah.
What right?
Yeah. Ob, you be cool with that if somebody remade your song? I'm talking about word for word.
I don't need this in their line.
Yeah, they making money off of your music and you're not getting nothing out of it.
Well, yeah, and let me say this, and you know, and I've been in that situation, right? Like I did Sugar Shack. And I heard Sugar Shack, you know, the class band had just come out with. I said, man, I could flip that song. Like some songs, I feel like, oh man, I could take this song somewhere, do something with it, right? And so I did it, and Nelson was with that.
But you got permission. That's different, though, Big Robb. You got permission.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now let me say this: we were at a show. This is a different thing, but it's the same subject.
Yeah.
We was at a show a few months ago, and when you get to the show, because not only is it the music. But then you start catching some cats who wanna. Well, I ain't really worried about nobody dressing like me because I'm crazy as hell. So they probably ain't gonna do what I do.
I don't own no ones.
Right.
Nah, nobody ain't gonna do what you do, Big Robb.
Chip ain't gonna.
You the most confident brother in Southern Soul.
But I will say this.
Yeah.
You know, we was at the show and the production guy who didn't know nothing about Southern Soul, he looked around and there was 1, 2, 3, 4 of the same kind of machines on the stage. And one was mine. I'm the guy who had it first, and there was the next guy who seen me with it, and the next guy who seen that guy with it. And he said, well, damn, man, what happened? Did everybody get a fog machine for Christmas? Right?
Yeah.
So the copycat thing is you have to be original. But before, let me say this, but we all start out wanting to be like somebody.
Yeah.
In my case, it was the Jackson 5, or it was Run DMC, it was Houdini. Right? So in some of these Southern Soul guys' case, you got to understand that they heard OB, they heard Big Robb, they saw Mel Waiters, they saw Johnny Taylor. So, but it comes to a certain thing, and me and Chip can both, and Vick, well, everybody in here can attest to this. Hey man, we all done sit down and started off with somebody else's chords.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And somebody else's bass lines, and then we figure out how we're going to move that and make it be our own. The biggest problem is a lot of these cats, some of them are saying, man, shit, give me that Big Robb. And they like, shit, I don't care. I pay. They figure they'll just pay for it once they get caught.
Wow.
Which is a whole different mentality, right? That's a whole different mentality. And I know that's very, very big in the rap world. It's like, oh man, hell, we don't care. We just gonna sample it, and then who cares if they get the credit?
Wow.
Right?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, let me answer. Will you finish with your question?
No, I got a couple more, Kevin.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, look, guys. Most of y'all don't know much about me. I'm a promoter, but I'm also a business person first. I have my own ranch. I have a lot of real estate I own, and since we consider Southern Soul as a business, and I think we all agree Southern Soul is a business because you all are artists, and it is your business. A lot of money is exchanged between the promoter and the artists. My question is, why isn't there any accountability for the funds that are paid over $600, such as W-2s or 1099? Because when you register your music on Spotify, CD Baby, and all of that, you not 9 times out of 10 you're filling out a W-2 or something to account for the funds. So in Southern Soul, and it's not just on the artists, it's promoters also. Why isn't there any accountability with the funds that is transferred, and especially when it's getting so big now?
I think the same. Can I say one thing on this?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The same reason the promoter don't want nobody to know how much money he made.
There you go. There you go.
So is there a problem? Would there be
but
a
it's
problem?
Not a problem if that's what you request. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we know how we do. I mean, some things we want report and some things you don't. It's like that in all businesses, right?
So I'm let everybody else say, and I'm gonna piggyback off what he said. Something. Who's next? Don't be scared. Yeah, don't be scared.
Let me ask
y'all.
Everybody
got quiet on me, hell.
But let me ask this question. Go ahead.
Hey, Mr. Hester.
Yes, sir.
Ain't nobody in here scared of running. That's number one. Number two, first of all, let me ask you this. When you say there's no accountability, let me say when there's no accountability, I don't know who you're referring to, because I have a business. I have several businesses, and I got to pay the tax man every year. As a matter of fact, quarterly. So we certainly have accountability over here in my business, and we do it with integrity.
That's good. So, that's good to hear that.
You know what I mean? So like I said, I don't know who you've been hiring, but you must not have been hiring Big Robb or Charlie Wilson, or I don't know who's not willing to account for whatever it is. That's number one. But number two, let me say this, because that's a great question. It's a fantastic question.
Look, I think the young man answered it perfectly, because what did you say?
I said there's some things we want to report and some things we don't. But like I say, if it's requested, that W-9 requested, hey, I fill it out. I do exactly what needs to be done. Okay. And also I handle my other my business.
You got to, man, because I do my tax. I do my taxes, man.
Yeah. We can't get caught up.
I don't want nothing coming back on me saying that I owe the IRS nothing.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm saying this, and maybe what I'm saying will help somebody, okay? Because that's what this is all about, helping somebody that really is not familiar with the process of money and accountability of money, okay? If I send you a cash out for $1,500, that's just like me sending you a W-2. And a lot of people don't realize that. If I wire money directly to your bank account and I got a receipt from it, okay, that's accountability. And the question is not for me or you all that already know. It's for help somebody that don't know, in case they get in trouble. Because believe me, this PPP shit coming back again.
Well, yeah, and I agree with you. And let me say this. Let me reverse that question. What about when you work for a promoter and the promoter say they paid, and the promoter paid you $5, but then at the end of the year they send you a W-2 that says they paid you $20? Because I've had that situation happen as well.
And I bet you dealt with their ass too.
So I done been through that too, Rob.
Right. So you know what I mean, and so that's what it is. Or you start getting you know what I mean, like we do. Like I say, for me, I do correct business all the way down to I got to pay my guys. My guys get W-2s, and I've had the guys who played. I've had the musicians who thought that they wasn't going to have to be accountable for it. Who even went as far as when they went to go fill out their taxes, they didn't. They did not report the income that they made from me. And then the IRS came back and asked me, like, hey, man, what's going on? Or Joe said, you didn't give him this much, so then I have to provide the receipts. The one good thing about Cash App as of 2022, because we all are businessmen, as of 2022, Mr. Hester, whatever you send on Cash App now is tracked as well. So
that's right. That's why I said that. Right.
Yeah.
That's why I made that statement, Big Rob.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you're going to have that statement. But, that's been one of the it's a great question, because that has been one of the biggest things that has ever taken out any African-American artist, man, besides alcohol and drugs, has been the mismanagement of funds.
That's right.
Right? And the best way to try to keep from getting in that is just pay your bills, man. Is just pay. And none of us are great at it.
That's it.
I'm not great at it. But
no, me either.
I want to say something, man. I want you to hear something and tell me what song it sounds like to you.
Hey, can y'all hear me, y'all?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Could y'all hear that?
Turning Point?
No.
What is?
I don't want paper things. I still shake it. We were born to know each other. That was neither one of us. We both did it wrong. Cheated on one another.
Okay, who is it?
Tell me what that sound like.
I have no idea.
That was an old song I did back in the day called "We Both Was in the Wrong." And if you listen to Sugar Shack and listen to Both Was in the Wrong, it's damn near alike.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I didn't write Sugar Shack. Nelson.
I didn't say you wrote it. I didn't say you wrote it, Big Rob. I didn't say you wrote it.
Yeah.
OB.
But you know, I went to Nelson on that, man, and he said, "OB, man, look, I just came up with something out of my head or whatever." And it's amazing that it sounded just like Both in the Wrong.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes guys can come up with stuff, man, and don't been to listen to nothing of yours, and it damn that sound like something that you done did.
It can be unintentional, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kevin, I'm gonna ask one more question, man, because time is winding down.
Okay. No, I didn't wind down because I got some questions about their prices.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask one question, then I'm gonna ask another question, and you can lead right into the prices. Okay. All right. All right. Hey, you guys, listen. On my ranch, I've been doing trail ride concerts for probably about 9 years. I probably was one of the first people to do them over in Louisiana. And over in Mississippi, I got the concept from a guy, and some of you all know him, Jerry Lyles. Y'all know him over in Mississippi? Down in Natchez, the City Zydeco Festival. Jerry Lyles, the first person to really come up with the concept of doing trail ride concerts. Am I right? If anybody remember, but do you all think that there's more trail ride concerts now than traditional concert shows?
No. Y'all can unmute yourselves and answer that.
Repeat the question.
Do you all think that there are now more trail ride concerts now than traditional concert shows?
There are more than there ever was. I can say that.
There's always, I mean, from coming from Louisiana, man, I mean, when trail rides really started since I was born.
That's right.
That's a weekly thing. It's always been this every Saturday thing. And it came back maybe strong 15 years, 20 years, about 15 years ago, the younger cats doing it again. And it has grown to so many different states. It's always been that nature, man. It's been and that's one thing about the South that they can't take away. We got concerts, we got festivals, we got something
every weekend. Every weekend.
Yeah,
2 or 3 in every area.
And that's the power we got, and that's why we can support each other, and that's why we can rely just on our people. Our people make us stars, and we eat right here. We eat in that South. We eat. You know what I'm saying? And it's so good to have that. Hey, I want to see as many. I want it to keep going. That keep us paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoy that. It's not like that in the North. It's not like that in the West. That's a Southern thing. That's what makes us artists so independent and so strong. We don't need those major labels or none of that because the people supporting us and we giving the good music and they supporting it. They paying for us. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this, Roy Chip. So why do a lot of the young artists coming out now that don't understand trail rides and not getting concerts at trail rides? Why don't they realize that 80% of the crowd is already built in?
Yeah.
And they don't realize when they go there and they see these large numbers of people, hell, they think they showing up to see them. They will come any damn way.
It could be 50-50. If you got a hot artist, that trail ride gonna be even packed.
And you're right. But what I'm saying is that it's never gonna be 50-50. You may get 60-40 or something like that.
Yeah.
It can be an illusion. It can be an illusion.
But it is an illusion, like Kevin said, for those young artists that's coming up thinking, hell, all these people come here to see me. Because you're talking about thousands of people. So, so I mean, then what happens? And I'm finna go back into something else. What happens is, all of a sudden now, because Mississippi have more trail rides with concerts than anybody now. Okay.
Yeah.
And Texas a lot of my guys over in Texas, the trail ride, they went away from having a lot of concerts with artists because they felt like they were just giving their money away. Louisiana's getting about the same way. So now it's trickling over to Mississippi and Alabama. What's going to happen soon when the guys in Mississippi figure out, hey, we paying too much for these guys, because the artists now are basing their prices on those big trail ride crowds versus regular concert prices. Not the younger guys are. So what I'm going to ask you now is, do y'all think some of the artists are determining their market value based on what other artists are charging?
They definitely doing that. They trying to stay in the race with other people instead of staying in the race with their hits. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's about hits. And if I name a price, I think if any artist can name a price, they better guarantee they can bring that amount of people that makes up for their price. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I stand behind my name. So, you know, I stay in an accountable place. I'm not going to say a number, and I know we can't even make that. You know what I'm saying?
Look, all you guys on this here platform right here, right? I'm not going to name a number or say a number either, okay? All of your prices are comfortable to where you should be at, okay? That's my opinion. All of you artists on this platform. But there's some artists that are not on this platform that have set their prices up so high that sooner or later they're going to come back down. And then when they come back down, a lot of those promoters are not going to be there for them. So, you know, I commend you guys for what you're doing and how you all are setting your prices. Kevin, is all on you, buddy.
Okay, I got a question right here. Okay, artist prices. What should the artist prices be based on? At what point should an artist increase prices? Same price, same show, same hits, raise prices. Make sense of this.
Anybody? People can't bring out.
Times change, gas change, people change, crowds change.
Okay, so it should go up or down.
It should go. It's based on what's happening.
Well. My thing is, Kevin, you got to understand. Everything don't stay the same.
Okay.
Nah, man.
You know, every year, everything goes up every year.
Right. It's just like working a job, Kevin. You want a raise, you know. And I think
well, some people don't get raises though, but it's based off performance based. Raises based off performance based. You agree?
But I mean, you got people that got great performance that don't get raised, and what they do, they take their crowd somewhere else. They leave that job.
And those should be the ones get rewarded. I'm talking about, for instance, if artists tell me their prices, we'll throw out a number, $7,000. Okay, so you've been at $7,000 for a year. Okay, same concert, same music, no hits, no nothing. Next year you're $8,500. So how do you justify that as artists? Or do you justify that as one to raise? Is that your raise? Okay, well now I want a raise. Now I want a $1,500 raise. You know, or do y'all work with? I know I'm not talking about y'all, but I talk to y'all. Because I know y'all been in that boat before, right?
Well,
so make it make sense to me as a promoter that if I hire you in 2023 and your price is, let's say $3,500, and in 2024 you go up to $7,000.
Certain legendary, many legendary artists, from Frankie to Patty. Yeah. It depends on how big the room is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want that certain percentage. I mean, if it's a 4,000 seated venue, you might get a certain price. But if it's a 10,000 seated venue, it is what it is.
But they're not guaranteed. But let me play devil's advocate. So you're not guaranteed to fill the 10,000. So why should that be a factor?
That's what they do, man. It's just been the game. I don't know.
I'm talking about Southern Soul. Now you know, y'all are non-voluminous. Y'all not that big, you know.
Yeah.
So of course,
Well,
I don't think one artist in Southern Soul can fill a 10,000 room stadium. Not one. You will need about 25 or 30. What I'm saying is,
No, you wouldn't need no 25 and 30.
okay, how many would you need? You think about 10?
No, you don't need no 25 or 30 to get 10,000 people in there. Come on, be for real now, Kevin.
How many you think you would need to fill a stadium with 10,000? You 4?
It depends. Let me say it depends on who the artists are you get.
That's right.
Okay.
And
I'm just being funny, but yeah, go ahead.
Right, but let me say this. This is what I think. This is just based upon me, because I come from a little bit more older schooler thinking than, I mean, you know, we come from back in the day, and what we do the best we can to do is, I think everybody on the panel, we try to work with the promoters, because we kind of come from a time where we're not going to necessarily work for a promoter one time. We trying to consistently build a relationship, you know, like, and, you know, and we have been able to do that, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, sometime the tide is going to be up, sometime the tide is going to be down.
Yeah.
Right. So to me, when a guy calls me and asks me, I think a lot of us have been historically undercharging for our services.
There you go.
Right? Because I think that we do consider. I know myself, I do the best I can to consider the promoter.
Yeah.
Now, if you trying to take me into a 1,000-seat room, and you charging $50 a ticket,
why does that matter though?
Wait, hold. Let me finish. Let me finish my statement.
Okay.
And I want to answer that question too.
Okay.
Right. So if you're taking me into a room that holds 1,000 people, and you charge $50 a head, 1,000 times $50 is what? Shit, I'm
$50,000.
$50,000.
$50,000.
Okay.
Right. $50,000. Now, as we break it all the way down, $50,000. As you take the venue out, you do all whatever it is. Okay, so you got a gross potential of $50,000. The question then becomes, if a guy say he wants 10% of the draw, which would be $5,000, isn't that fair? Right? Isn't that fair? Well, of course that is. Wait, he wants 20%. But if you know that guy can genuinely bring those people through the gate, right?
Now we talking before the fact or after the fact?
Well, listen. First of all, let me say this.
Yeah.
Every promoter I've ever met wants the same thing that my wife wants when I go make love to her tonight. She wants me to guarantee her it's going to be better than the last time. I can't make that guarantee. You got what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of variables. And the other side of it, nor can they make that guarantee for you when you go to the crap table.
Yeah.
So my first thing is, if you can't stand to lose, don't put your money on the table.
Big Rob.
Big
Rob, you know what? I like that concept you just gave, and it would be great. It would be great if that's the way us promoters could do business with the artists. You know, hey, I call you, and how much percentage you want of the gate. But here, artists ain't gonna do no percentage. They wouldn't do it. I don't believe they would. I wouldn't if I was an artist.
Yeah.
Let me say this, and the promoter can't say, and the promoter is not gonna sell no hell of a lot of tickets if you put his picture on the flyer.
That's
so at
right.
some point,
I like your concept you said.
Well, no, and so let me finish the point. The point is trying to work together, and that's the big thing of working together. Like I mean, it's always negotiable, but of course, every promoter that I've ever worked for, I want the promoter to win, so he'll have me back, because I don't know nobody's gonna continue to lose money with me and then want to hire me, right?
Yeah.
So I want him to win. So, and I think that we try to do the best we can to try to stack the deck in the promoter's favor, and I don't think that we're being unreasonable, but at the same time, when you are a promoter, it's just like when we make records as artists. It's all a GAMBLE. That's gamble. In other words, when you pick up them dice in Las Vegas and you throw them, the man at the other end of the crap table cannot guarantee you that you're gonna win.
Yeah, but
and you have to understand that, right?
Yeah, let me say this.
Promoter, it's not fair for the promoter to try to pass their losses on
to the artist.
Of course.
Just like, let me say this, and I'm shutting up. Just like it ain't fair for the artist to try to minimize their chance of losing and stack the deck completely in their favor and not give a damn if the promoter wins.
That's right.
I agree.
Great point.
I mean, ever since I've been a promoter, I've been promoted about 5. I've always been artist centric. That means I'm always favored for the artist because you guys have the talent, you know, and it pisses me off when you guys got to leave your area and go somewhere where these people don't have your money. You know, that pisses me off because it makes all of us look bad as promoters. See, I don't like that. You know, so I'm always artist-centric, but at the same time, I'm a businessman too. Damn, being a promoter, I've been a businessman all my life. You know, so I always want to sit down. I want everybody to win, you know, but sometimes that's not the case. But, you know, but I want to negotiate. So if you tell me, Roy Chip, if you tell me, and then I'm going to determine what type of artist you are. So if you, I'm just using that example. If Roy Chip tell me that if I say, hey, Roy Chip, I want to bring you to Bell County, this area right here, you know, they're not really playing your music, you know, but I like you, you know, I like you. So I want to promote you in this area. I want to promote you in this area because you're a good guy and you got great music. Everybody knows that everywhere you go, don't have a blues station. Everybody knows this, you know. So, but if Roy Chip tell me, well, now, Kevin, I can't come for no less than this. I said, come on, man, let's negotiate, you know. And then if we win, you know, I can guarantee you 3-4 shows. And you tell me, well, now, Kevin, just wait till I get famous in that area, then come. Then right then and there, I don't want to deal with you as a promoter. You know,
everybody's got
to
see the pros and cons.
Yeah,
of the situation.
Yeah. So do y'all agree with that? Do you agree? Would you wait if you're not hot in the area and your music's not being played and the promoter and you know you got hot music and you need to get in the area? Would you work with that promoter to get in that area at a good price and that promoter promise you 3 or 4 more shows that year? Would that be feasible for both of y'all to work?
Yeah, I have did that.
All do that. I mean, the reason
I don't think it's an artist on here that haven't done that.
Yeah,
right. But
okay.
let me put this on the table, Kevin.
Yeah.
Because this is frustrating the hell out of me, and there's very few things that frustrate me. But this is frustrating. What about, say, you get Big Robb and OB, and you get Vick, and you get Nate, and you get Mose, and you get Chip, and we all say, okay, bro, we're gonna work with you. Let's go on and make this little blessing work.
Okay.
And then you do what we call in our business called hit a lick.
Yep.
And then you hit that lick, and then those 4 shows that you promised us.
Yeah.
Your next show, because now you got more money now.
Yeah.
You go get one of them rascals that
wasn't there for you.
That wasn't there.
To work with you.
See, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. And I'm gonna take it a step further. If I did hit a lick, and you could ask anybody I've worked with. So if whatever your price is, I might give you an extra $500. Man, put this in your pocket. I appreciate working with you because it's not about money. Because we get checks in this house. We get checks from this house. We're laying in the bed. So it's not about money. It's about relationships with K Young Production. It's about relationship because y'all have something special in Southern Soul that the world needs to hear. So, but when I deal with people, shit, Bell County, y'all know Fort Hood, Texas is Fort Hood Army base is the biggest Army base in the world, right here in Killeen, Texas. You don't have a radio station. The closest one is in Waco, Texas, which is an hour away. They come on Saturday for 2 hours. That's it. You know, so it's hard to get y'all in this area, you know, and get people to pay. But I get out there and I work. You know, knock on wood, I've never had a show under 300-400 people. I don't care who it was, Fat Daddy, Sweet Nate. I get out there and work because I want people to hear the music. So now, based upon what I've been doing, you know, like I said, I think Big Robb, you already know, we get ready to get an R&B and Southern Soul station here in Bell County, right here in Killeen. And yours truly gonna be in charge of all the Southern Soul music that hit that station. You gotta come through K Young. So if it's not good, it's not making the cut. They can forget it. All of those nonsense lyrics matter to me. Music matter to me. I'm 52. I've been listening to music for a long time, so I don't mind helping. I don't mind trying to push this music. See, people just be talking. I've been doing. Just like I told somebody, this podcast, I've had it for 2 years. I pay $25 a month for this. You do the math. Every month, I've had it for 2 years, going on 3 years. I pay out of my own pocket. I don't ask for no donation. I don't do none of that because I met a lot of y'all that I know if y'all wasn't Southern Soul artists, you know, we can be cool. You know, we can sit on the back porch and play some pool or something like that. So, but when I hear your music and I see y'all perform, you know, that intrigues me. Big Robb, I've been knowing you for years. Your music, OB, I've heard of you. You know, Vick Allen, I've heard all y'all music when I was in the military. I used to listen to Sir Charles and Pokey in the desert over there. I used to listen to it, but I didn't know it was called no Southern Soul. I didn't know it was called that. So it just bothers me that it's just so much turmoil when you got so much talent. So much talent. It's just easier to get along, you know, to get the music to the masses than worry about who going first, second, and third on the damn stage. So how do y'all feel about that at concerts when it's OB, you going first?
Man, let me tell you something. I want to go first. Because I'll be the first one to get my money. I ain't got to worry about nothing.
All y'all feel that way? Would y'all have a problem if a promoter said you going first?
I don't care.
You don't care?
Don't make no difference where you put me at.
Yeah. See, y'all are different. And see, y'all got music and y'all got hit records. Y'all are totally different.
See, you got to understand something, Kevin.
Yeah.
If you come to me and say, OB, you going first, that means you gonna give me my money.
Yeah.
So I got my money in my pocket. I done perform. I'm happy. But that motherfucker that waiting at the end to get his money, he ain't got to hear you. He worried.
Rob, how you feel about
Kevin, that? Nate, only thing Nate wants is a little bit of time to go dress up in his suit, and he on that. He don't care where he go at, first, second, third, last. He rather go first and second because he can get on and get his money and go.
What about Rob?
There it is.
How you feel about that?
I love it, man. It's
I'm
fun.
happy
I love
to
it.
go.
I mean, like I say, I don't care what position you put me in.
I'm gonna say this. We did the show in Biloxi, and they had like me coming up, then Roy Anthony, then Tucker. Dude said, OB, man, you going on in front of Roy Anthony. I go, oh, let me hurry up and get dressed then. Now then, I didn't even know who Roy Anthony was then. But I'm like, okay, I got my money, so let me go on.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think it's up to the promoter anyway. It's up to the promoter. The person that go last, a lot of times,
here's the thing. If you the promoter, I can't sit there and argue with you and tell you who to put here and who to put there. When you tell me to go on, that's what I'm going on.
Yes, sir.
Roy, how you feel about that?
I'm gonna tell every promoter in the world, if you got more than 3 people on the show, put my ass first. Because some people be tired, man.
Yeah, they gonna leave. They gonna leave, man.
It done got out of hand, man. All you need is 2-3 hitters, man.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 people on the show.
Yeah.
There's old people out there, man. They be dead ass tired.
And you know what?
And I feel bad. I always say, put me like in the middle. I don't care. But
you know, you said something magical there, right? I learned this about 5 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
At 10 o'clock, 10:30, my damn headliner coming on. That's what people that they coming on.
Right.
I'm gonna try to get my show done on time to where all the artists have had a chance to perform.
Yeah.
And the last person go, because I don't care who you are.
Right.
I don't care who you are.
You're gonna get half a crowd.
You're gonna get half a crowd. They're gonna walk out on you because about 11, the Southern Soul crowd, about 11 o'clock, 11:15, they packing their coolers and they packing their chair. They headed home.
Right.
You got
you saw that at the show not too long ago. We was at, didn't you?
Yeah. What'd you say, Roy?
The artists got to understand that. They got a lot of egos out there. I'm like, I'd be like, you damn right you the headliner. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to wear them out. I'm going to pull the hair out of them. You know what I'm saying? So
you damn sure wears them out, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
all
all
I'm
of
going to
them.
pull the hair out of them. I mean, they're already tired, but I mean, you know, it is what it is.
All y'all done good shows, man. Y'all are great artists, man. But let me ask you, this is my last question. I'm gonna ask y'all right here. Is Southern Soul changing? Is Southern Soul changing too fast, meaning the style of music, or is it staying the course of the tradition? And if so, is it due mainly to the change of the demographics of the audience? Y'all think?
It's changed. It's changed.
Hold on, let me ask you a question since you asked that then, Kevin.
Yeah.
Is you still wearing bell bottom?
Yeah, I got a pair in there.
It went out of style and came back in style.
Yeah, they came back.
All right, then that's your answer.
What you
I think
the
question is it changing for the better?
Yeah.
Is it changing?
Is it changing for the better or for the worse?
Yeah.
Well, I think, me myself, man, everything don't stay the same. They're just like when Johnny and them was back there had Disco Lady and all that. You know, time have changed, and you have to change with time. You know what I'm saying? You got these youngsters coming up. You got more young folks listening to our music now than you do older people.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And you got to change with time and keep something good in them youngsters' ear, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what happens when you got the same old music that they don't want to listen to no more?
You can't get away. I mean, as a producer, I can't get too far away from it.
Well, I can't get too far away from what made OB now.
Okay.
I'm always stick with what made me.
Yeah, because you know
what? But I'm gonna put it where it's in a style where they can understand or they like the music. Yeah. But the word's gonna be the same word that made me. You feel me?
Yeah. So I lied. I got one more question. Would any of y'all sign with an artist or a DJ?
The hell I'm gonna sign with a DJ for?
Hold on. I want to answer the question before we go back to that.
Okay, go ahead, Rob.
Ask what?
And that next question you asked, I don't even think that's a question.
A manager, a lady.
Let me say this: there's some of us, myself. I'll tell y'all this short story. When I met Mel Waiters, it's right when he had just put out Hole in the Wall.
Yeah,
and he took me to Malico Records, and so I came in there with voice boxes and hand claps and MPC 60s and drum machines and shit. And that was a changing of the guard because the guys that were around then, the Little Miltons, Frederick Knights, all these legendary guys, they all came to my session like, what's this kid doing? What's he doing? And I started putting low end in the records that hadn't been in blues records before, right?
Yeah.
And so with that, because that's the way that I heard it. That's the way I heard it. Well, 20 years later, you know, I was listening to some of Vick stuff, like, you know, Pack Your Bags, and I was listening to a bunch of Vick Allen albums earlier today. And so, you know, we've been putting the 808 in our music, which was known mainly for being in rap records.
Right.
Right? But we've been doing it. Actually, the guy who invented putting the 808 in the blues, I'm going to give him props, is a man who's no longer here. His name is Rich Kaysen.
That's right.
When Rich Kaysen came out with a record called Good Love by Johnny Taylor,
yeah.
Right? Everybody in the South loved that record because it hit like a rap song.
Right.
Which was a different thing. And so putting those new elements in there, you know, they criticize me because I'm singing auto-tune. Oh, that nigga can't sing. He can't this. He can't do that, right?
Yeah.
But now where we see where it's going is where a lot of guys in here on this panel tonight, we took it to. You got what I'm saying? We took it there. We took it. You know, it ain't just about, like right now on my stage show, all I need is my son on drums and my keyboard player. I don't need 10 musicians.
Yeah.
Because we got technology that does what those 10 musicians used to do. Now, I would love to have the 10 musicians, but because of COVID, we had to find a way to get up and down the road with less people. And technology is our friend. So, yes, the music is going somewhere, right?
Yeah.
The music is going somewhere. Mr. Hester, he was trying to explain when he listens to Chip's music what it is. It's just a menagerie of great. It feel like old school hip hop, but it feel like R&B. But it's got some blues tones to it too, because that's the way that he crafts what it is that he does. And so, yes, we are going to a different generation. The people who like Jay Morris, the people who like King George, the people who like Jay Wan, that's not exactly the same folks that was out there to see Johnny Taylor or Mel Waiters or Marvin Cease.
Yeah,
or even Big Robb and OB and Vick 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? But like you said, you know, times are changing. So we're changing with the times, because with this TikTok and with this also, it used to be Mr. Hester and Mr. Young, when you guys were going to do a show, if you didn't have $10,000 to go to the black radio station and promote your event, you couldn't have an event.
Yeah.
Now you can take $1,000 and promote it on social media and reach a bigger crowd.
That's true.
And you know what I mean? So times are changing. So we have to change with the times. And I think that's a great thing.
Okay, what about signing with another artist or a DJ?
Me?
Any of y'all?
I don't know.
Because you know a lot of folks sign with Jay-Z.
I can honestly say this. A lot of folks didn't sign with Jay-Z. A lot of folks signed to the label.
Rockefeller. Okay.
Rockefeller. He came in like that.
Yeah.
My company, I've been a producer. I've always been about people. I've always been about helping people. So I was producing 10 people at one time. So we all make it together. That was my thing. But I think a lot of people want to be what they not, and they see you shining in a certain way, that person signed a certain way with their company. Well, I could be that too. I could be a company, but you have to be a very unselfish person.
Yeah,
that's right.
To have that to be a leader like that, man.
Yeah.
You can't be the selfish person.
Yeah.
I mean, I started with the same people that's with me, and that's the only people that's with me.
Yeah.
Until I can do right by them and make sure they hit as much as me, more than me. I don't need to be bringing too many people on because I got my eyes focused on them. You know what I'm saying? So it's not for everybody. Every artist, you don't have to sign different people, man. You know what I'm saying? Just do you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got to be real unselfish to.
Well, my thing is, Kevin.
Yeah.
To answer your question, man. When I first came out, the older guy, man, God bless his heart, he dead and gone today, Aaron Whitterton. He owned a barbershop. This guy owned a barbershop, man, and when we came out with Bag of Lover was the biggest hit I ever had. And this guy quit cutting the hair just to get me where I needed to be. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't about who you sign with. It's about, is that person gonna not be selfish and take out all the time to do what he need to do with you.
Yeah. But do you think an artist or a DJ would have time for you?
No.
Y'all don't think so?
I mean, look, okay, I'm gonna put it like this. It all depends who the artist is.
Gotcha.
And who the DJ is, yeah.
And it all depends on who the DJ is.
Gotcha.
That's some people dream to have a company. And you know.
You know, the thing is that DJ gonna take out more time to do things for his artist and get his artist what his artists need to be.
Yeah.
And not look at everything just for himself.
Yeah.
Just like he was saying, you can't be selfish in this thing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't think about yourself. You gotta think about the people that's surrounding you.
What do you think, Big Rob?
I think that well, first of all, you know, historically, you know, my track record speaks for itself. I'm not trying to be arrogant, but man, in the last 22 years, I done made a plethora of records with everybody. Yeah. Right? I made records with Vick, with OB, Chip owe me 5 records. Mose, I'm coming by the house. Me and Nate can get together anytime. You got what I'm saying? I discovered Toya Jones, gave Pat Cooley the biggest hit record she ever had. Man, I can't remember all the folks I done made records with. If I start at the top, Charlie Wilson, Shirley Murdoch, Zapp and Roger, Bootsy Collins, the list, Barcades, everybody, right?
Yeah.
So I work with everybody, and I don't have a problem with doing that. The bottom line is, if somebody can help you get your music to the next level, if that's a DJ, if that's another artist, and whatever it is, then that's fine. I think it's a good look.
There you go. There you go.
I think the biggest thing is that I really see is learning the business. Yeah. Like as people watch this tonight, if they don't do nothing but just go try to understand how to better fill out a copyright form, how to get their stuff registered right on Sound Exchange, how to make sure that they, you know, whatever it is. Yeah. And then that's something that we can do. And let me say this special shout out to all the young folks, because we've been talking about, you know, these young guys, and they probably feel like we kind of throwing rocks at them. And it's not that the case at all. It's all love. We all was once younger, right? Yeah. So, you know what I mean? But, you know, us working together to get a greater greatness. Like, I met a young lady down in Oakville, Mississippi 2 weeks ago at a trail ride. And she's not somebody who I would see myself producing, but along my journey, I may meet somebody. You know, she may be, it may be the perfect thing that works with what Chip does. Because he has we have different expertise. Like some guys are great at fixing transmissions. Other guys is great at fixing carburetors or doing fuel injection, right? Yeah. So the bottom line is just keeping the door and keeping the lines of communication open. Yeah. And breaking bread with your brothers in the spirit of love.
Right.
Right.
You see, that's what a lot of major labels do, man. They get a lot of artists and a lot of people coming to them, and they know they can't help them all. Yeah, but they got their sisters. They got their people, and you know what? You a good fit for Puff. Yeah, you a good fit for 50. And they get a part of that business, and they all making money together. They don't know how to do that today. You know what I'm saying?
You know, my thing is, man, you got to be humble out here, man, and treat everybody right, and you'll get treated right. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at it, man, how you think? I'm the one started Jay Hammer in this business. You know what I'm saying? And I'm proud to stand there and look at him, man, on stage doing his thing. You feel me? What I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say this, brothers. I mean, y'all been in the game. Anybody we start right now, man, get some paperwork on it, man, because this thing is getting big. You might be a big part of your career. Get some paperwork on it, man, and make sure you protect yourself, because we don't need to be hearing no stories. I started him. He ain't pay me. He ain't give me, protect yourself, man, and do business like business. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Well, let me say
that's the only way business should go.
That's right. Let me say this right here. We're gonna end it because, like I said, we're gonna have about 2 hours. I want to start with. I'm gonna start around the thing. I want to. Do each of y'all have anything new that's coming up, or any advice y'all want to say to your fans or the other any other artists? Go ahead, Roy Chip.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna kind of go back to when you was talking about the promoter thing.
Yeah.
And I got your man up there. I think it's two different kind of promoters.
Yeah.
And I love what you do. I think you're a promoter that's trying. First of all, everybody want to hit a lick.
Yeah.
But I think you're the type of person that's, you're trying to advance the genre.
Yeah.
Right.
And I appreciate that. I thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? Just giving us a show, giving us a platform and everything. The promoters just doing concerts. Hey, they're just doing straight concerts. I mean, they trying to show it to the people, but they trying to hit that lick.
Yeah.
Coming from two different ways, from two different eras. But I appreciate it both, man. So my thing is that anybody that's here to advance the genre, bring the quality and professionalism in it, that's who I rock with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, and that's who I'm going to continue to rock with. I don't do too much business with the wrong people because I don't like being around that. So I mean, I'm just gonna salute y'all on that, man. All right.
Appreciate it, brother. Go ahead, Big Rob.
Appreciate it, Chip.
Man, just first of all, thank you for the platform. Thank you, Kevin, for for continuing to move this genre straight ahead. Me and you've had these conversations prior. Like, man, what is you trying to do? You trying to get us on here and make us look crazy? You trying to make us look good? Well, my hat's off to you because the questions that you're asking, it's great knowledge that needs to be shared. Thank you, Mr. Hester. Called us up. The Big Rob show is ready to come down there. We ain't gonna play for free, but we ain't gonna charge you $1 million.
Yeah,
you coming, Rob? You coming? You gotta keep your clothes on.
Hey man, look here. If my fans want me to keep my clothes on, but every promoter needs to remember this: that
you got a great show, man.
All of us.
You got a great show.
But no, man. But thank you guys for the opportunity. And I just want to say, man, to the younger cats, man, I love what King George is doing. I love what Jay Moore's group is doing. I love what Jay Wan is doing. Yeah. It's so much new stuff, that I hear, and it sounds great. And I'm proud to be a part of the genre, right? Because I'm not one of them kind of guys. I ain't got to have the #1 record on the chart to love the genre of what we doing.
That's right.
I'm happy to see it move, man. And, and much love and respect to everybody that's on here because you guys are truly, truly, truly my heroes.
Yeah.
Each and every last one of these artists on here is my heroes. Mose Stovall is my hero because he wouldn't got his daddy, who's over 70 years old, and made a record on him.
Wow.
Right? So when we say the Southern Soul is not doing something, this man make records with his daddy, who's an accomplished entertainer.
Yeah.
Right. So we got all kind of great stories out here, man, and we just got to continue to to accentuate the positive, man, and downplay the negative.
There you go. Go ahead, Mose.
Hey man, my hat's off to you, Rob, man, and all the guys on here again. Kevin, like Rob said, I appreciate you, man, and your platform. I keep a good tight look on what you do, man. And like Rob said, I had some questions in the beginning too. Destroying us, he making us great, and it came full circle, man. You're a good, great. And I believe in what you're doing, man. You don't really put no favoritism to nobody in that I can do, man. But I respect all the cats that's on here today. Yeah. And man, you gotta just keep doing what you're doing. I want to tell the young folks same thing, man. Put your time in, put your work in. Don't look to be in the front of the line because it don't work like that. Your time will come, man. Just keep shining, You're coming.
Go ahead, the guy in the middle right there, OB.
Hey man, look, I always appreciate you having me on here, man. God bless everybody that's on here, man. Y'all keep your heads up, man, and keep on working hard, bro. Hey, plenty much love, man, and to all the promoters and to all the ladies, man, that was on here last week, man. Keep y'all heads up too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And put God first, man, and everything else will fall in line, man. I love all y'all, brother.
There you go. Go ahead, Vick.
Hey, I just want to piggyback on what everybody said, man. Listen, this genre is growing.
Yeah.
It's growing by leaps and bounds. And I think, the young people coming up can push it a little further. But at the same time, the legends that are on here now, as well as some of the other legends that might be listening, we set the platform. We set the bar.
Yeah.
And we got to keep doing that. And I'm excited about where it's going. And just want to say everybody on how I love all y'all, man. Keep pushing.
There you go, Mr. Kimble. He can't even hear me.
Hey, Nathaniel down there in them damn woods, man.
Go ahead, Mr. Kimble.
With them big mosquitoes.
Hey, can you hear me? You can't hear me.
And Kevin, and before Nate comes on, let me just say this.
Yeah.
Special shout out and much respect to Bobby Rush.
Oh yeah.
And Willie Clayton.
Yes, sir.
Because the guys are sitting on this platform right now, we all get a chance to sit here because of those guys. And they're
well, don't leave my pop out, man. Don't leave Lattimore out.
Oh my goodness, and absolutely, Mr. Benny Lattimore.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Those gentlemen there, man, they paved the way for us.
Yeah.
And they went out there, and not only did they have to deal with janky promoters, they had to deal with crazy radio stations, they had to deal with the sheriff in the city and everything else, and they had to sleep in the back of their cars. So, so it's not like we, when we say legend, I don't consider myself a legend, but, Bobby Rush, Willie Clayton, Mr. Lattimore, still here, Buddy Guy, those are legends.
Carl Sim.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness, Carl Sim. God bless you.
Go ahead, Mr. Hester.
Okay, Young, hey, look, I was on your first season 1, probably about one of your third guests. I was on season 2. When you started this right here, your vision is coming in the full focus now. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't realize when we talked about this, and you're doing this podcast and the Facebook thing, your thing was to help move Southern Soul forward.
Yeah.
My only wish is that some of the people in Southern Soul, they need a spokesperson for Southern Soul. Mm-hmm. that has the attention of the audience, the artists, that's honest and forthright, can speak for Southern Soul. And I think you probably you should be that. You are that person. So if nobody give you your credit, keep doing what you're doing. Okay.
I appreciate it.
And because you support the artists, you support the promoters, the fans, and you speak it from all phases. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And to all the artists on here, I followed all of you and see what some of the questions I've asked you. I got much respect for all of you. The genre of Southern Soul is changing, but there's a lot of young people still love the older artists. Okay.
Yeah.
And your shows are terrific. Your shows are gonna stand the test of time. Let's just hope a lot of new artists' shows stand the test of time, because that's what it's all about. You all have done it, so I salute all of you. Mm-hmm. I can't wait till Kevin play our favorite song, because it's time for me to go get me something to eat.
Yeah, well, let me say this.
I tell you what, before you go, I need to come out there and do a show with you.
Yes, sir.
I'm like Big Robb.
It's coming.
Yeah, well, you need to bring all of them. Hey, hey, OB, how that song go? If you hear any noise, it's me and my boys cutting
up. It's coming.
Yes, sir. You better pick up a leader.
Yeah, let me say this right here.
It's too damn small.
It's coming.
Let me say this right here. When I took on this task, man, I saw a lot of stuff that was going on when I first came in the game. I'm about building teams. I've done it for 20-some years. I've been to war. I'm about building teams. So I saw there was a need. Of course, people don't like what you say, especially grown folks. But sometimes you need to hear it. You need to hear it. Whether you like it or not, and there's no malice intended. Like I don't like when my dad tell me something. I'm 52 years old, but sometimes I need to hear it. You know, so I know it's coming from wisdom and it's coming from his heart. That's where it's coming from. So I don't disrespect nobody, but I just call it like I see it. And sometimes it rubs people wrong, but oh wait, I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about promoting Southern Soul. I'm concerned about it. And like I said before, Colleen get ready to get a R&B and Southern Soul radio station 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And yours truly is going to pick the Southern Soul music that go on there. It's going through K Young, so I'm telling you right now, only the great music gonna be played. Ain't no favors, none of that. You got good music, we're gonna play it. And matter of fact, I'm gonna post the playlist. I'm gonna change the playlist up. I'm gonna post it so y'all know I'm supporting Southern Soul. So, but see, it's about relationships with me. Relationships last longer than money. Relationships last longer than money. I love the fact that I can pick up the phone and call each and every one of y'all, Hester, and we answer the phone and we talk. You know. I can't stand the fact you call somebody, they don't call you back like you didn't see it. You know, something like that. You don't know what that person is calling for. You know what they're calling for. It could be for a show. Big Robb promoter called me. Hey, you want to know what your numbers are. You know, you don't know what they're calling for, what they're texting for. So I would advise everybody, man, to set aside their personal differences and put on their professional hat, you know, and everybody do this one walk together. That's the only way you're going to get there, because if everything is in disarray, you can't teach nothing if it's in disarray. So I applaud y'all, man, as the pillars. Y'all are pillars, man. Y'all been in the music business for a long time. There's a reason why I wanted y'all to come on here. You know, because the respect level. People respect y'all. They respect your music. They respect your ideology. They respect what you have to say. Mr. Hester, too. Mr. Hester's been in the business, military guy, honest guy. They respect him, too. He's not going to tell you nothing wrong. So I applaud y'all, man, and anything I can do to help. This going to end my season 2. I'm going to come back in September, take about a month off, because I'm going to be working with this radio station, because they want to go hot next month. They want to go hot next month with this R&B and Southern Soul.
Well, see his Nate Mike on right now.
Huh?
See his Nate Mike on.
Nate, can you hear us? Nate, can you hear us? We can hear you.
We can hear you.
We can hear you talk. You can talk.
I can't hear you.
We can hear you.
We can hear you. Just talk, man.
I got it turned all the way up.
That's okay. Talk.
Oh, wow.
Can you read your lips? Just talk. Say something.
Talk, Nathaniel.
That's okay. Hey, look. When I come back with season 3, hopefully you guys will come back, you know, later on in the year, so y'all can come back and let y'all fans know what y'all doing, where y'all gonna go. If y'all anywhere, if y'all got shows, anything, you know, I don't mind posting flyers. I got 3 pages. All you gotta do is tag me in it, and I'll post it on my page. You know, because I want y'all fans to know where y'all gonna be at. And like I said, anytime y'all want to talk, you know, I'm available. I know a lot of times when I call you guys, y'all are big, but y'all always return my phone call. And I really appreciate that, and I respect y'all, man. But look, everybody on here, I know at least I was born in the 70s, right? So y'all know what this means, right? And look, to all the people that's watching, y'all can watch this on my page tonight, but tomorrow it's gonna be on YouTube. You know, we YouTube now, so it's gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be on YouTube, so y'all can go watch this on YouTube, and y'all check us out for season 3 in September, probably about September 15th. Hey, look, y'all take care of y'all families, brothers. Love y'all, man. And I'll be in touch.
Peace and love, baby.
Peace, love, and soul.
All right, good night. See y'all later.